What up, Look Alive? Welcome to the chat. Discussions with Diddy Parker. You're my first contestant. Welcome. I'm waiting for more folks to hop on. I just got in, so. But this is Discussions. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, 2 to 3. So welcome. DJ Soulstar, welcome. We haven't gotten into it yet because I just got on here. But we're about to. Got a good one today. Are you off for the holidays, DJ Soulstar? Thank you. But give me a second, DJ Soulstar. I'm waiting for more folks to hop on and then we'll get into it. You ready to eat some turkey? I'm ready for the holidays. My mom's coming. That's why I'm late today. Because I was cleaning my house. You know how you got to do that. Make sure it's spick and span for mama. But we are going to get into it in a second. Again, I'm giving these folks a few more seconds to hop on Discussions with Diddy Parker. About to make my way onto Twitch. What up, YouTube? Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Yes, me and mama are cooking, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to it, but yeah, we are going to cook. Hey, babe. We haven't gotten into it yet because I just got on here. I'm late. Former wrestler. I'm star Kandi. I do not know how to spell that lady's name. But we're about to get into it. I'm trying to think of a title for this. But anyway, let's do it. So you guys, I don't know if you follow the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But, I mean, you don't really have to follow to know that, Kandi from the show, the former Real Housewife, just announced, her divorce from Todd. So, in a resurfaced video, sorry, DJ Soulstar, turkey and dressing. I really don't care for the turkey or the dressing. I'm really here for the, what do I want? The mac and cheese and the collard greens. Oh, and some ham. Anyway, so in a resurfaced video, Todd says women who don't want to share wealth will end up by themselves. Aim the news of Kandi filing for divorce. He said, you got to let your man feel like a man. And then I'm going to play this clip, but let me get on to Twitch first because I haven't gotten on to Twitch. Ouch, ouchie. And he was just out here celebrating, which, I mean, they posted that. And I'm like, well, what you want the man to do? You want the man just to be, like, miserable? Of course he's out celebrating. He's getting a divorce. You love Kandi Burris from the Real Housewives? Hold on, babe. Sorry. Real Housewives. I can't do two things at once. Don't let them fool you. Well, I'm not one of the female that can do two things at once. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. What up, baby Brock? We did not get into anything yet because I'm late to the party. But happy holidays, y'all. I hope you're excited about the holidays. I'm not really too excited. Former Real Housewives star Kandi's... Oh, I don't know how to word this. Soon to be ex-husband. I'm just going to leave it like this. Sorry, Twitch. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. All right, I'm going to play this clip. Here we go. And the topic today is because I don't know if you've been keeping up with the news. You probably haven't. I mean, I know most men don't really keep up with the housewives. But if you do, Kandi and Todd are getting a divorce. Yeah, she announced it. She's filing. So there is a resurfaced video. Hey, Joey Cakes. There is a resurfaced video of Todd saying women who don't want to share their wealth will end up by themselves. Aim the news that him and Kandi are getting divorced. He said, you gotta let your man feel like a man. Now, I want you to take a listen to what he has to say and let me know if you agree or disagree with what he's saying. Why is everything always on the women? I'm just saying. Here we go.
This extra shit.
What up?
No, because I think, you know, I understand the double standard, but I think you also need to understand the man that you're with, the man that you chose and you're allowed to choose you, that you can't be so mind. You know what I mean? You have to open up within reason. I'm not saying going by no niggas, no Bentleys and doing dumb shit, but you gotta invest in y'all future, and you gotta let your man feel like a man in those scenarios. Because with all the money that you have, you can't end up by yourself. You know what I mean? Because at times that type of energy of it's mine. No, I'm just being honest as a man. I'm just giving you my honest stuff. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
All right, so you heard it. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? Todd, soon to be Kandi's ex-husband from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can call him a Real Housewives of Atlanta husband, right? Because that's what they were referred to. I think I stopped watching the Housewives a long time ago. Babe said boo. Self-secure said boo. I did. Because I used to work in the building with Portia where they did Dish TV. And child, I went to a birthday party with this woman. This woman gave me a hug after her birthday party and told me thank you for coming to her birthday party. And then the very next day, child, I saw her ass at work and she walked by me and acted like she didn't even know who I was. So from that moment on, I stopped watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta because I was like, oh, these hoes are fake. Anyway, what I've got you open ENT. Malcolm said, Kandi about to go back to dating younger guys. Is that what she was doing before? Isn't Todd younger than she is anyway? Wait a minute now. I think, ain't Todd younger than she? Mama said, sounds like he married for money and didn't get it. LOL. I don't know, because they do got some business ventures together. So that's that whole little thing. But I'm sure Kandi is very smart when it comes to her assets. And I'm sure she got a rock ironclad prenup. So, but if I have any new folks, the news that was all over social, and if you don't keep up with the Housewives, I'm not mad about it. But former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss announced that she's divorcing her husband Todd Tucker. So in a Resurfaced video, Todd is saying women who don't want to share wealth will end up by themselves. And he said, you gotta let your man feel like a man. And I'll play the clip again. Sorry for the background noise. It's not my video.
Have all this money and got this extra shit.
You know what? DJ Soulstar.
I understand the double standard, but I think you also need to understand the man that you're with, the man that you chose, and you're allowed to choose you. You can't be so mind. You know what I mean? You have to open up within reason. I'm not saying going by no Bentleys and doing dumb shit, but you gotta invest in y'all future, and you gotta let your man feel like a man in those scenarios. Because with all the money that you have, you can't end up by yourself. You know what I mean? Because at times that type of energy of it's mine. No, I'm just being honest as a man. I'm just giving you my honest stuff. I'm gonna be real with y'all. For y'all. All
right. What up, FA? Happy holidays, y'all. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Parker. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, 2 to 3, or however long it takes. We're usually on here for an hour. Welcome, Twitch. Welcome, YouTube. Like, subscribe, follow, please, and thank you. And of course, my IG fan, because that's where we do this at. We are talking about, if you don't keep up with the Real Housewives, no judgment. But former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi Burruss announced that she's getting a divorce, right? So I just played the clip of Todd, which is her soon-to-be ex-husband, saying that women with wealth will end up by themselves. And he said, you gotta let your man feel like a man. And hold on, let me read some of these comments. Got you open ENT, and then I want to hear what you have to say. DJ Soulstar said, but then again, what did Todd do for a job? Wasn't he a producer on the show? Like when he met Kandi? No? I thought that's how they met.
He was a cameraman.
Okay, but he did still work on the show now.
Yeah,
so he did have
jobs. He wasn't a producer, he was a cameraman.
Okay.
Not taking nothing away, but he was a cameraman.
I got you. Got you, OPG said, yeah, young broke hood dudes. Hold on, got you, OPG. I'm gonna let you respond because I did not know she liked young boys. Mama said, and whose money started the businesses? So exactly what does he want? I don't think this is not him asking about what he wants. He's just simply saying that wealthy women will end up by themselves if they keep having a my mentality, if that makes sense. Um, Mama said, how you feel like a man money using her money doesn't make sense. Babe said he's just speaking about how he feel. It came out wrong, making it seem like it was about money. Baby Barack said not surprised because none of them reality TV hoes are wifey material. Todd had a good ride. She made him a millionaire. Cash out and enjoy your money with the next chick. Um, Babe sets up secure. Said, yeah, think about it. Most females with lots of money be single. And Mama said, or less than a man not being able to spend her money. Babe said, secure said, he just butt hurt. She ain't splitting the bag. It's more about her selfishness. And then Mr. Awesome on Twitch said, I believe she dated Romeo? No. What? Okay, I got you over DT. I'm sorry. Welcome to the chat. Wait, we got a lot. I did not know she dated young boys. Wait, she dated Romeo?
Yeah, she, Kandi wild, man. She like them young boys, threesomes, the whole nine.
Well, I know that.
She go to them fetish parties, all of that.
I know that part. But I'm not gonna lie, this divorce thing did take me a little bit by surprise.
I mean, like, it didn't take me by surprise. I was surprised they even stayed married as long as they did. And I think it was because she had that baby.
Happy.
I think because she had that baby by son.
She had two babies by him.
Right. I think that's what prolonged it. I mean, because it wasn't soon after the show started that they started dating.
Right.
So I don't think that it was even supposed to go as far as it did, but it did. But then, at the same token, I believe my man felt like he had a cash cow. And I said that from the gate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think homeboy feel like he came up. But Kandi's smart. I'm not going to take that away from her. She's super smart. And she made sure she protected herself, her brand, and her bag. You know what I mean? And yeah, y'all might have started some business together, but who put the capital up? You dig what I'm saying?
I think what he's saying is that if women don't get out of this like wealthy women that have money, successful women, if they don't get out of the my mindset, then they will be single, is what he's saying.
Okay, but then what are you bringing to the table to offset that? You dig what I'm saying? That's
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what up, son?
What's up, bro? What's up, brother? What are you talking about when you say how do you come to the conclusion of him saying women that have a lot of money and have a very selfish and thinking of themselves centric mindset of thinking of themselves constantly? How does that turn into what are you bringing to the table? What does that have to do with her
but like
mindset?
I was going to finish explaining, like just like most men that got money,
Right.
and they date women
that
don't have as much as them. They have that same mindset as well. Yo, this is mine. I'm gonna do this, or you do this because I provided this for you, or I make sure you got this. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just I'm not. Go ahead.
But you're saying two different things, brother.
No,
I don't think you realize you
they're the
said
same thing because what I'm saying is if for those who have money, like that live that really, really wealthy lifestyle, and you dating someone that does not have that same lifestyle that you have,
right.
You're going to have that mentality of his mind. I know plenty of brothers that are wealthy, artists, entertainers. You know what I'm saying? We all worked in the music industry, so we know them. You know what I'm saying? And we've come across those that, this is my money, and I put shorty on, and she gonna do this, and she gonna do whatever I said, and vice versa. Women like, this is mine, and
That's not how it worked, brother. So I
mean,
disagree with
granted,
you.
I know, I mean, and that's fair. We can all agree to disagree. That's why we have
No, I
conversations.
disagree with I disagree with your how you generalizing. You're saying that men with money operate and think the same way as women with money, and
I'm
that's
not
not
saying
true.
I'm not saying all do, but I've come
No,
across
I'm talking
players
about,
that
but
do.
it ain't. I know, and I'm not holding you to all. Nothing is all. I'm
Right.
saying the majority of men with money have a completely different outlook and mindset than the women with money. It's two totally different things. Men are givers, women are takers. I'm not saying that to like diss women. I'm saying women look for men to do things for them. Men look to do things for women. It's not the same thing. So when men have money, they are okay with giving money to the woman and taking care of them. Women
And
with
then
money are
and
not
they
okay
are
with taking care of a man. That's
and there
not
are
their
brothers
mindset.
and there are brothers that feel that way, that like, yo, if a brother he got money, or even not even he got money, he's in the position, and he could be riding down the street and see a sister sitting on a bus stop, he would stop and talk to that sister. You understand what I'm saying?
So that's
And it'd be
another difference
okay.
that you make it
But
between men
then
and women.
then you have
So
this
do the but
woman.
hold on, but do the man say to the woman at the bus stop, "What you bring to the table"? Because that's what you
Not,
just said that the
but
woman is
again,
saying.
like I said before, not all men move
No,
in
I'm
that
saying the
motion.
majority. I'm telling you, the man you describing is the minority. That guy, you're making it like it's equal. No, the man you describing is the minority. The majority of men with money want to take care of their women and their family. The majority of women with money want to still be taken care of.
No,
It's a major difference,
I get what you're saying because my Carl, okay,
right?
who, yeah, him, he's not rich, but he obtained a good amount of success, okay?
Okay,
When I say Indian giver, like my mentality, like if he brought
right.
my mom's car, it was my mom's car until my mom pissed him off. And then he took the car back and was like, this is,
Okay, that exists. I
yeah.
believe that
So,
exists.
so there are,
What's up,
like,
baby?
men out there that do that.
Of course, of course. It's a lot of men, especially back in the day, they used to weaponize their money as a way to control.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing but that's a different point. I'm not
Okay.
arguing that those don't exist. Yes, those men do exist. I'm talking about fundamentally when a man takes on a woman in a relationship, he takes on her as his almost, essentially his financial responsibility. You see what I'm saying? That's just a fact. Women do not get in a relationship and assume the position of taking on the man as her financial responsibility. It's just not the same thing. So I just wanted to reject this notion that because I didn't like that comment when he said, well, "What is he bringing to the table?" What does that have to do with anything? Just because he telling her ain't no man gonna want her if she keeps having this selfish mentality about hers this, hers that. He's just saying, hey, listen, you gonna push away a lot of different dudes when you got that mentality. I just don't know how that turned into what do you bring to the table? What he brings to the table have anything to do with this conversation?
I mean, because it's a whole status, and what she said, like, if a woman got money and
Yeah.
you dating a man that does not have the same financial security you have, of course it's going to be like, yo, what are you bringing to this table?
No, I think you
Now, hold
skipping
on,
steps though.
but wait a minute, but let me finish though. But they're not all women are not like that got money.
Yeah,
There
most
are
of them.
women that got there are women out there that got money that say, hey, you know what, babe, I got this money, and we gonna do this because we're a team and we're going to make this happen, and I'm gonna help you get to this level. So
So is
yes,
that
there
the
are
right
women out
mentality?
there.
So which one is the right mentality?
I mean, there's no right or wrong. It's just a
You
mentality
really?
that
You
some
think
women
being
have.
selfish? You think being selfish is not wrong?
I mean, if that's who that person is, who am I to judge that
Yes.
person and say that they're wrong?
A human
Hold on.
being. What do you mean? Can you judge
No,
a
you
murderer?
can't. I
Can
can't.
you
No,
judge a
you.
murderer? Can you judge
No, I
a
can't.
pedophile?
I can't judge it. I can't because
What?
for whatever reason, you
What's up? What's
decide to
up?
do what it is that you've done. You got to answer to that, not me.
Don't
So
mean you
who am I?
can't
So who am
judge.
I? Who am I? Now, was that
Hold,
something I would do? Of course
hold on.
not.
I said,
But am I
on,
going to
Oh
judge
my
you?
God.
hold
Nah.
because let me spend,
Hate you.
'cause we got some new folks on here. So I want to let them know what we're talking about. So we been talking about, if you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kandi announcing her divorce from Todd. Todd did
What's
a
going
video.
on, man?
Todd has
Good,
now
good,
said
good.
that has not since done a video of him has resurfaced of him, sharing that wealthy women will end up by themselves. Gotta let your man like clip. So hold on, and I want to get to some y'all, and then I'm gonna let you back. Well, not let y'all speak. Hold on. Why is it not playing? Why can't I hear it? Hold on. Here we go. That's why. Here we go. Let's go back. Todd. I was rooting for you, Todd.
This money and got this extra shit. No, because I think, that double standard, but I understand the man with the man those and you're allowed that
Yeah, nah, I got you.
you
I said I hear you.
my. You know what I mean? You have within reason. I'm not saying don't buy no dumb shit, but you gotta invest in y'all and y'all future and trying to understand like that.
Mute your phone, brother. Mute your phone. We can't really hear the
No, it's
video.
not.
Oh,
Not
hold on.
All right, so that was basically part of the clip with him explaining. DJ Soulstar said, I do agree that a woman have to let a man be a man, but also the women who you're married to don't have to share their wealth. She can have her money, he have his money, and they have money together. Mama said he was an opportunist. Mama said, look at Mary J. Blige. She shared. And Mama said, and most men want prenuptials. And Mama said, so how did she take from him? Talking about Kandi. And Mama said, lots of women date down, so stop it, essay.
That's a lie.
There are women that date down, but we'll get
No,
to
they
that.
don't. The
No,
women
no, no.
can't date up. That's all. We're good.
Babe Trey said that. Mama said, what woman you living in? What world you living in? A lot of men want 50-50 relationships now. And Babe said, when I make my side money, I always break bread, and he does. Clean said, women offering to be a team player, pulling some finances. Where they do that at? Baby Brock said, I agree, FA. Men provide regardless of financial status, and women typically take ours and hold on to theirs. And Mama said, he is saying she's selfish. Two sides to every story. She said, you're going in and out sound. Sounds like another bitter man, LOL. And then Mr. Awesome on Twitch said, no disrespect, but I also heard that Kandi is not a nice person. Well, let the church say amen on that one, because I met her in real life. I'll tell you in a second, but FA, go ahead. I don't know what happened to Got You opening your tea. He might have had to get off or something happened. What up, Mr. Clifford? FA, you still with me? Nobody on here?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here. I'm
okay.
here. I'm here.
Go ahead. I know you. So how
I
do
mean,
you?
it's so many things.
I know.
I wish I would have really heard the video. I'm really responding to what people are saying instead of really actually hearing the video. But I just listened to a little bit on my other phone, and
Okay.
it sounded like he was asking questions. It sounded like he was saying, "Okay," and just correct me why I'm wrong. It
Mhm.
sounded like he was saying the money that you had before me and the money I had before me, you is mine and that's yours. But the money that we built together is ours. Is that pretty much essentially what he was saying?
No, he was saying that basically wealthy women who don't want to like share their wealth and have this my mentality are going to be single.
Oh yeah,
Basically.
okay. Well, yeah, I agree with that. I mean, but
So,
the numbers support that. The
um,
numbers to support that.
I mean, I think into got you open ENT's defense. What he was basically trying to say is, I don't think it was about what necessarily what a person is bringing to the table, because again, this is not what that clip is about. What he is saying is he's addressing women who are wealthy, who might necessarily have money and have this mindset of this is my money, this is mine, as opposed to sharing it with your man. And he said, and you got to let your man feel like a man in those situations.
Yo, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Okay. But I want to play it again, FA, because I know it's loud because she's getting her hair done and he's and
Is that
anyway.
extra? you know, I understand the double standard, but I think you also need to understand the man that you're with, the man that you chose and you're allowed to choose you, that you can't be so mind. You know what I mean? You have to open up within reason. I'm not saying going by no niggas no Bentleys and doing dumb shit, but you gotta invest in y'all and y'all future, and you gotta let your man feel like a man.
So basically, Efe, he's saying you gotta invest in y'all. It can't
You
just
gotta
be.
not be. You gotta be a decent human being. How about that? That's what he's saying. You gotta be a decent human being and not be so selfish. Confused. So what's the pushback on what he's saying? Is it? Listen, the fact that if it's women on here pushing back at what he's saying, let me know why y'all by yourself. I mean, because I can't even believe. Let me calm down. So, what is the issue with what he said? Please, somebody explain what's going on. Is people disagreeing?
Well, yeah, I think the issue is because he said wealthy women will be by themselves if they don't change their mind.
Yeah. So, what's the issue with that? I'm trying to hear that. Where's the pushback? They're saying that they're not going to end up by themselves. They disagree with that,
I think some women are like, nah, that's
and
not.
these women don't have nobody, right? That's the
Oh,
point. They
I don't.
actually don't have anybody,
I don't know.
and all the statistics show that the more money, do you know, the majority of black women, and I'm just saying because I don't know the numbers with other cultures, so I'm not picking on black women for your mama get to light me up. I'm saying. I'm saying I don't know the statistics on the other races, but I do know the statistics for black women. And the statistics are the more money, the women that make the more, it's really only like more than like 80 grand, are the highest percentage of single women in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of women that make money are single. The majority of them, it's almost like 80% of women that make over 100 grand are unmarried.
Okay.
And when I say single, we can't measure a relationship. There's no way to track that. So they only count single or married. So the majority of women that make money are single. What he's trying to explain to you is he's right. It's because of the mentality that a lot of women take on when they make money. Women are very selfish at nature. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to money,
Mm-hmm.
this is my money, and your money is our money. You see what I'm saying? So that in itself is a very selfish mindset. And what he's saying is, if you're a woman that worked hard or do whatever and made a lot of money, and then you're gonna find yourself dating a man that makes less money, which you weren't forced to do, you fucking decided to do that all on your own. Then what he's saying is, you're going to have to come up off of that mentality because ain't no man, no real alpha male, going to allow you to operate in this space and the relationship is going to actually be able to prosper. He's not going to allow you to do that. He's not going to stay in it. No man want to feel like secondary or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Less than a man. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Um, somebody said embarrassing. These men want princess treatment. Ladies, run. Um,
These hoes ain't got nobody. Ain't got nobody. I hate these. Stop listening to women, y'all. They lonely, you lonely. Stop listening. They don't got no good God sense they gave them. All they do is run their mouth. Don't nobody want you. And anybody, let me tell you something. Any woman that talk like that and that got a man, listen, that got a man, he is a weak man. Cause ain't no respectable man gonna allow his woman to talk like that. Cause it's a reflection of him. Cause other men are looking at him like, oh, that's how your woman talk. That's what she thinks of you. We look at you like you weak. Don't no alpha male will ever date a woman that talk like that. That's crazy. Go ahead.
uh, another woman said, "This is why you marry a man that's equally yoked." Mama said, "Single
Girl.
happy." Mama said, "I bet he sue her for spousal support. I'm sure he
He
will do
should.
all that." But she has a prenup, so we're gonna see how he get past that. Baby Rock said, "Most wealthy women are by themselves. Oprah is the poster child for what we're talking
Yeah.
about." Good example there, Baby Barack. But she do got Gail and Stedman, so let's not do that. I'm sorry, I said Gail. Yeah. Anyway, I'm set all FA. Why do you think having a man will why having a man you will be happier? Stop calling women hoes. So respectful.
I'm not interested in happiness. That's another woman ideology. Life ain't about happiness. Okay, so our way of thinking is different. You're interested in being happy. I'm not interested in being. My life doesn't revolve around me being happy. If I want to be happy, I'd never go to work. I lay on my ass every day and eat and shit and wake up. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a grown man. I got responsibilities. I don't have the convenience of living in the reality of where happiness is the most important thing. That is just a childlike way of thinking, man. I ain't don't nobody like most people don't like getting up, working hard, and busting their ass to work. That ain't happiness. Most people have responsibilities, so they do what they got to do, and they perform their duties because they have responsibilities. Not about happiness.
What up, Clean Clean? I want to read this one last response, and then I want to ask you how you feel about this subject today. I don't know if this is from a man or woman, but it said he didn't say it's wrong, but I do think men should consider what makes them feel like a man. If being the breadwinner is what required to feel like a man, you should pursue a woman who has more money than you. Actually, that's good advice. I like that. Okay, then. Clean
Like it
Clean.
too.
What up? What up? What up?
Today.
You said what?
I said, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was working, because that's what grown men do. Like Hefe just said.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I was working and I saw you jumped on the live, and then I heard what was going on. I was like, yeah, man. I was talking to my
God forbid you
homeboy.
wasn't happy. Go ahead.
Right, right. I know, right? I was looking for some happiness, but couldn't find it, but. I was talking to my homeboy about this the other day, where
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yo, it's crazy because things are changing like economically, right? Like, you go back like 60, 50 years, whatever, and it was different. Wasn't a lot of women in the workforce, shit, women couldn't even vote at a time, all these other things. So then now, economically, there's all these changes, as far as women in the workforce making more money, all of this stuff. So you would think that the mindset would be, okay, things will be different now. But what I'm noticing is a lot of women, they like to pick and choose what values they want to stay
Oh,
traditional.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So basically it's like we here now, we making more money, we in the workforce, we did it out, but y'all niggas still need to pay for everything. And y'all, yeah, but it's like, no, like economically, it's different now. And so all of these things would need to change too. You know what I'm saying? So,
Because we don't live. I know I don't hate to cut you off, brother, but
no, go ahead.
because the world was set up based on a one income with being able to provide for a household. But then when
Yep,
you had half the population enter into the workplace, the economy is not going to allow you to say, "Hey, we're gonna keep rent at 500." Now, when we got two people working, that ain't how it works. Now, what to do is
don't work.
now they're gonna base life off a two-income household. So everything is gonna require two incomes now, and that was
Yep.
the cost of women wanting to enter the workforce. But they're not intelligent enough, apparently, to acknowledge that. Hey, we are now working and bills are higher. And just because my grandfather, which you probably couldn't, by the way, but just because my grandfather paid all the bills, then you should be able to pay all the bills. How? How when my money don't even stretch as far as your grandfather's money did back then? How is that possible? I need
Exactly.
women to be logical. Your grandfather it
You,
does not. It's not a harder worker than I am. That has nothing to do with work ethic or anything like that. It is the way the economy is set up. Okay, and you nailed it on the head, brother. They pick and choose the parts of traditional value because damn sure don't.
That's
They
not
damn sure they
that's
don't maintain that virgin value.
not
See, back then they don't. They women was a virgin until they got married. They don't keep that value. That's for damn sure. They got rid of that one. They said,
that's
"Oh hell no, we don't want that one no more.
not
I don't want that.
We don't
but
want that one."
explain this
Uh-uh.
is y'all pick and choose what y'all want to keep too. Let's not do that. Let's not
I
do that.
don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm be honest with you. I don't know no alpha. I don't know one trait. that I don't share of an alpha male shared 70 years ago. There is nothing
Well,
in
you're
that
built different.
that we.
There are some ass ninjas out here.
Yeah, but they're not
Okay?
okay. Yeah, they not alpha males though. I mean, they not
They
solid men in
know.
my opinion. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say alpha. They not solid men. Yeah, and guess what? Back in the day, those existed too. Every man from back in the day wasn't a good man.
Yeah, but
Just like
Facts.
today.
what did women do back in the day? They took care of the house, and that was their main responsibility. Taking
It's
care
right. You talking about pride
of
before they could work, right?
right, making sure you have food on your back. But now the roles, we gotta work. We still gotta take care of the kids. We still gotta come home,
Sure,
clean the house,
sure.
make
He doing that too. He does that
sure.
too. And he
No,
helps with the kids too. I don't know why y'all act like
there's
y'all in
some,
there
there's
and these niggas just
there's
sitting
some
with their
men that
feet
are not
up.
with their children. There's some men that
Okay,
are not.
but listen, okay, there are many
It's
studies. You
women
want
ain't
to tell
that
me
taking care of their children either.
why?
And you're
There's
right.
many, but listen, there's studies now that show that black men are more involved than any other race with their children than
Well, you
any
know,
other
I
race.
that study because I didn't see that
Oh,
one.
yo, I'm serious. You don't
And
know that? Oh,
hold on, I bet because just because you're in a household does not mean you are active in your kid's life.
and just because you're a mother working don't mean
Hold on. I had a daddy. Nigga was great at paying bills. But ask me what ask me. He wasn't
right.
active. My mama was the active parent.
Okay, cool. And guess what? And guess what? It's a lot of mamas that's good at laying on their back and getting money and from child support and all kind of different stuff that ain't good mothers
Facts.
either. So I mean,
Facts.
we can play this game back and forth. There's a lot of women who give themselves more credit than they deserve. Most of these women
Facts.
ain't good moms. Most of these women are not good moms. I'm willing to throw that out there. Most of
That's
these single
fine.
women are not good moms.
That's
Yeah,
Most of their
that's
children
very
can't
hard.
read.
yup.
Most of their children can't read on grade level. Most of their children don't have disciplinary issues. Most of their children end up either locked up or in jail or committing acts that have long-term consequences in their future. Most of these women think just because they feed them, shelter them, and clothe them and tell them they love them that they're good moms. No, what I'm telling you is most of them are not good moms. Most of them do the bare minimum and call themselves good.
And so there's a lot
That's
of dads
facts.
that are doing the bare minimum
But look,
too.
but
And
I
but
would agree.
no,
statistically speaking, children fare off way better from single dad households than they do from single mother households.
I mean,
Yes, they do.
that's stats.
And that's facts.
Yeah.
And
y'all
one of the main reasons, and I could even take myself for example, the reason I got custody of my son was because his mom she didn't have the stamina to take care of him. It takes a lot to take care of a kid, to work, to take them, and my son is active, man. He plays sports. You got to take him to practice every day. You got to do this and that. And yeah, waking up at 5:30 in the morning every day and handling that, it was something she didn't have the stamina to do. But you know what she did have the stamina to do is to just collect child support and do the bare minimum, like what Fa was saying. And that's why I said, like, and as far as when it come to discipline, when it come to all of that stuff, yeah, man, we are typically a little better at that because
No, I know little, a lot
yeah,
better.
we are. Because we're born and bred as workhorses. So that get up and go is more so in us. Now, like I was saying earlier, if you look at like kind of like what Hefe was saying was like, I'm from Detroit, right? So there was a time where a man could have a family of 4 or 5, and if he had a job
Yeah.
at GM at the factory,
At the
he
plant.
could take
Yeah.
care of he could take care of the whole family. Now, if you got a job at the factory, you got 2 roommates. Like economically, things change, and that's why I say it's so crazy for women that have the mindset that kind of like, even though I'm making all of this money, you supposed to be the one finding a way to take care of everything.
but
And
isn't
it's
that
just
not
like,
what it says in the Bible though? This is okay, let me read this.
no,
No,
it
no, it
don't.
doesn't
No, it
say that in
don't.
the
No,
Bible.
it
That's
don't.
not
Diddy,
what it say that in the
Diddy,
Bible.
you got to understand women have always worked.
No,
Always.
black women, yes.
They took care of the
So
crops.
do
They
you
sold
not
crops in the
care
market.
of
They sold crops in the market. They taught the children in schools. Like the women, there was never a time where
The
you just
women
sat at the
didn't work.
crib, just sat at the crib and sip wine and scroll through your phone. And
crib,
like
but if
that
they got
time
four or
never
five kids,
existed.
you say sit at the crib. But if they got 4 or 5 kids, That's work. That is work.
No,
So
it's work when
It's
Diddy,
work.
it's work when they're babies. When these kids are 6, 7 years
right,
old and they're in grade school, everything changes. They're not at the house all day. They're gone 8 hours a day. And that's why I said women have always traditionally worked. I don't know where this mindset that there was a time where y'all like how long
black
you think these
women.
yeah,
No,
how
it's
long you think
not.
these kids stay
No, I'm
babies? How
saying
long?
black women always worked. It might have
No,
been a period of time when white women may have had the luxury of being able to sit around and chill, but it
right?
ain't been a
Still have
time
that.
in but it ain't been a time in an American history that black women didn't work. Okay, I don't know where y'all got this narrative from, and I don't know where all these black women with
Yeah.
this bourgeoisie mentality came from. Like they came from rich households. What
But that's fine. But
your
That's what
family did your
adult
parents not
humans
work?
do. Adult humans work. That's what we do.
that's fine. Because don't nobody got no problem working. But when we talk about these gender roles and you think everything is supposed to be on the female, that's where I have a
No,
problem with
I
it.
don't.
Because
Everything not supposed to
I
be on a
don't
female, but some things are.
I'm up in here in the house cooking, cleaning, raising kids, all
Okay,
kinds
DD, DD, DD,
of
exa-
one.
DD, 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 DD. Let me ask you this, DD, and this is, I think we on the wrong. I think we veering off. So DD, I agree with you. I think where you are not connecting with what we are saying is what you're describing does not exist. Meaning,
And
black
that's
fathers are working and they are helping around the house and they are involved, and black fathers do some cooking, and black fathers do some cleaning. And black fathers do help out with the kids and watch the kids and feed the kids and rock the kids. This narrative that black men go to work, come home, and kick their feet up, it's just a lie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not what's going on. Black fathers are more involved their children's lives than any other race. So I am just saying your depiction is not accurate. You're saying all
well,
these black men are coming home.
hey, I don't know if yours is
how you
accurate.
doing, bro? How you doing?
Receipts. Because I hear what you're saying, but I
Right?
also see something different when I go to these schools and I talk to these children. The daddy ain't
No, no,
present.
no. No. I'm talking, okay, I agree with that. I'm talking about the
I
fathers
don't see
that's
that.
with the mom. No, I'm talking about
Actually,
the fathers that
some of these
no. She
schools.
talking about baby mamas. I'm not talking about
Fact.
baby mamas.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah, yeah.
about women that are with the father. No, if a father is not in the same household as the child, no, they're not going to be able to do things around the house. Obviously, they don't live there. I was talking about fathers that live in the house with their children.
No, but I do hear a lot of women who are working and taking care of kids. I can only give you from what I experienced.
So do your
Hold
boyfriend
on,
do that?
hold on. I can only give you what I experienced. And what I experienced, my mama held it down. She worked. She took care of the house. Took care of us. My dad's responsibility, his responsibility was worked, and he came home. He didn't clean. He didn't cook.
So did your mother work?
Yes, she worked. She
All right,
had
so let me
right.
ask you this. So because that was your experience, you're saying that's the what's going on, the majority of what's going on, because that was your experience?
I'm not saying, but from what I
But your opinion is based on that.
because I talk to these women and I hear. Like, I'm a woman. I hear women complain about how they have these bills, pay bills. They got to take care of the house and they got to take care of the kids while they man is sitting back watching football.
I think that women are just weak. I think these women complain so much. No, this is what I hear. I hear a child crying because I think women have a false reality of what their responsibility is. Yes, baby, you gotta work in today's society, right? In most cases, and you gotta be a mother. God forbid, you gotta keep the house clean. You gotta still do some of your womanly
Right?
duties. Yes, that's a
Right?
part of life. The man got stuff he gotta do too, right? There's not thing
Exactly.
men are not only just bringing home money, and y'all gonna stop. I mean, I'm gonna continue to call out this false representation that men only work and do nothing else. Black men are working, bringing home the money, helping with the kids, helping cooking, changing
But
diapers as
look,
well,
but
All of
check
y'all
it
rocking
don't.
out.
these
It ain't
babies.
even. But look, but
A
look,
lot
look,
of
look,
y'all
look.
don't
Check
even
it
know
out.
how to
And we
cook.
But
got,
look,
but
but
listen, we
look, but
also,
look.
I agree with that. But it's
But
other
look.
responsibilities we have too, like
A lot
Check
of
protection.
it
y'all don't
out.
know
Like,
how to
Check it out.
cook.
It ain't even. It ain't even. It ain't even just.
Brother and sister to cut y'all damn grass. So y'all ain't even doing
It
household
ain't even it
responsibilities.
ain't
Well, if
even
he
just
got the money to pay for it, then he got the money to pay for it.
But
it
see,
ain't even
Shit.
just that though.
go
It's
ahead.
more that encompasses in it. Like for instance, a lot of women feel like if they work, then they shouldn't have to cook
Be
and
a
clean, da
mother.
da da. But the thing
Be a
is
wife.
like we all do two things. Like for instance, I work my ass off, but guess what? If it's a leak in the roof, I'm handling that. If a pipe bursts in the wall, I'm handling that. The brakes and the rotors and the oil changes on both of our cars, I'm handling that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we all do more than just work. There
Listen,
is no world where it's like, oh, like it's
kudos to
more than just
a
cooking,
lot of men
cleaning, and kids.
that don't even know how to call a handy damn man. I promise
But
you that.
okay, but here's the thing though. You can't find the worst of
We
men
can
and then
find a chef.
generalize men
Exactly.
because
No,
Thank you,
I
brother.
can
Thank you,
find
you
a
brother.
can't
you see what
find
I'm
the
saying?
worst in women and
No,
generalize.
that's average women. No, this the average woman.
Yeah, yeah,
We
No,
yeah.
this the
because I'm
average
telling
woman.
you,
No,
I'm
the
in the
old way,
school.
but then y'all still want us to contribute, and I'm just not here for that because if
You're
I'm
not
saying shit,
supposed to, though. What are
Contribute.
you
You're an
supposed to
adult.
do?
You're an adult. Contribute. Why is that asking too
like,
much?
it's
Why is
not,
asking you to be an adult?
but
Because my thing is this, Didi, and this is some real talk right here. If asking you to contribute is too much, then really being in a
I'm
relationship
gonna
with a woman is not it's
I,
not worth the money.
no,
You're
no, no,
not gonna
Yeah.
get
no,
the return on investment is too low at that
it
point.
is a return on investment. If I'm cooking, cleaning, and fucking and sucking you when you want, right? That's not a
But
return
that's the
on
No,
investment.
thing. That's the
no,
thing.
no,
Hold on,
you're
hold on,
not.
If
hold
No,
you
on,
you're
got
hold
a
on, hold
not.
on,
job,
hold
you
on,
feel
No,
hold
like
on,
you're
you
hold
shouldn't
on,
have
not.
to
hold on.
do those things. If you got a job, you
Hold
feel
Hold
like
on,
you
let
shouldn't have
Didi,
to
let
do
Didi
those
get off.
things.
Let Didi get off. Let Didi get off. Go ahead,
hold
Didi.
on. Because I'm hearing a lot of one-sided shit on this chat right now. Because
Okay.
y'all way, you want us to help you pay, right? 50-50. I don't understand what the problem is. Why you can't, and not you or FA, because I know you guys do. But there are men that don't want to help around the house. And that's also contributing to your household. Besides money, you doing things around the house. And there are men that don't know how to fix things, don't know how to change no brakes, or
Okay.
change the oil, or do this, or
Well, I'm
even,
not even talking about
or
changing
get
it
So
the
what?
by
flat
So
yourself.
tire.
I'm talking about handling it. That could consist of taking it to the shop. I'm not
right,
saying
because
you're
I ain't
doing it
fixing shit. Yeah, because I
yourself,
ain't
but
fixing a
that's what I'm saying.
goddamn thing.
And look, you come in my house right now, every TV that's on the wall, I mounted that. Every table, every chair, every entertainment
Mm-hmm.
system, I built that. That's why I say like we do more than just like you naming like kind of like basic stuff, but it's like yeah, like if we both got jobs and we both got other responsibilities. It can't be a situation where, oh, if I gotta work, I shouldn't have to do these other things. Yes, you do. You're an adult. If I wasn't here and you were single, you would be doing all that
And
stuff.
that applies to you as well. Because if I got to do it, why you can't scrub the toilet today?
But that they do. Okay, Didi.
Okay, so let's switch then. I'll scrub the toilet and you mount the TV. Can you do that? No, you
I'll figure
can't.
it out. I'll figure it out.
Oh my God! All right,
That's
but
what
Didi,
I'm saying.
I think what his most valid point that he was saying was you are kind of taking the worst of men. I think the worst of men you view as the average man. You
Yeah,
think
like
the guy
No,
that you're
Pookie and
describing to
Day
me is
Day.
that's not the
I,
average guy.
I don't think the worst of you at all.
No, no,
I
not of me. I'm saying the worst
no
of
no no.
men in
I don't think
general.
the worst of
The
men in general at
examples of men
all.
you're giving is
Like
Pookie and
how
Ray
you
Ray.
think about women. I think men have this unrealistic expectation when it comes to women. We are out here working just as hard, if not harder, than some of these men, and yet we are expected to fulfill all of these old duties.
What is? I just disagree, man.
We're
Man,
all
I think
expected
that
to
I
do
think women
multiple duties.
exactly, and I
We
think
all
We are
have to do
all, but
multiple
just
just
not.
things.
I think women, I think y'all give yourself too much credit. I'm not saying that y'all ain't working and going to work. Y'all go to work, most of y'all sit behind a desk. Y'all not like doing
Yes,
hard manual labor. No, I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it to diminish that you're working. You're still working. But when you give yourself too much credit, when you be like, and we out here working just as hard, you're not working just as hard. If I'm in the elements, working in the rain, sleet, or snow, in the cold, in the heat, sweating and breaking, and you sitting in the weather and controlled environment, writing and pushing papers. It's not the same. Yes, we both go to work, but stop. inflating this
That's fair.
idea that you're working just as hard. That's
That's
not true.
fair. That's not fair.
That's the argument that I have.
That's not
They make
unfair.
it seem like they
I
on the
think that's
oil rigs and
fair.
Why?
shit.
Like they out there busting their
I
ass.
say
Y'all
that's
like
not
you
fair.
can your nails look the same when you leave work the way
Nah, nah.
when you came. All right, cut it out, man.
That
We
job.
gotta stop. Let's be accurate.
I
Can
don't
we be more accurate? Hey,
know.
Didi, you're a radio personality, right?
Yes.
Or a radio host. I don't know. I don't know how to say it right. But
Correct.
would you call yourself? You do hard work. Let me ask you this.
Labor.
That's what I meant to say. Is your job a hard labor job?
It's not a labor job, but mentally, it can be wear and tear. The entertainment
I'm trying. No, no, I'm not arguing that. I believe that. But what I'm saying is, do you think that
part,
hard physical jobs don't also have mental wear and tear too? So he
absolutely.
dealing with both of them, and you
No,
dealing with one of them.
because I've had an ex. Like he's like, what? You only work 4 hours on the radio, and that shit pissed me off because it
But
don't matter.
baby, but Didi, you work 4 hours, Didi.
What doesn't
You can't
matter?
compare.
I
You
work
can't
4 hours
compare that to men working 16
now.
hours.
Well, I used to
But
get
what
paid.
about them men that make work 10 hours and 12 hours a day
I
and
didn't.
16 hours to try to
I,
provide for their family?
I didn't make you choose that job. I didn't.
No, 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 no.
Just
We're
like
not
how
throwing it
Wow.
in your face. See,
I
that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
We're not throwing
choose
it
the
in your
job.
face. But if you're gonna be honest in the conversation, you shouldn't say, yes, you did pick a job that you only gotta work 4 hours and
But
nobody's hating
okay,
that. But you
that's
shouldn't be
right.
like, I work just as hard as you do. That would just be foolish. Right?
I
That would be foolish to somebody that worked 12 hours a day.
I never said I. I said there are women who work just as hard as you because there are women that are
Right,
out
right.
there.
I didn't say right, because the conversation wasn't about you. But the
Yeah,
point that I was really trying to
that
make,
work just as hard as men. They out there paving roads. Okay, doing construction. There are women.
stop it. No women out here paving no road. Are you serious? No,
Yes,
I'm not saying you can't find one that
what is it?
exists. What I'm saying is, yes, I'm talking about,
No,
is there a significant amount of women out here?
I'm
Significant amount.
taking them out, but there are still women. So are you going to sit here and say lawyers don't work just as hard as you? Fa, a lawyer might work just as harder than you.
I think that it depends on how we measure hard. We were kind of talking about physical labor. You're talking
So
about,
you were talking about
something.
I didn't bring anything
No,
about.
what I'm saying is, I know a lawyer would not compare himself to a construction worker and say we work
But
just
you
as
can't
hard.
sit
They
there
wouldn't say that.
and don't work just as hard as you because maybe they're sitting behind. In a courtroom
No,
every.
what I'm
No, no,
saying
you said
is,
nothing. Come
no, no,
on.
no, no. Well, listen. What I'm saying is, because I'm trying to be reasonable with you. I'm not saying that the person that works behind the desk doesn't work hard. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the person behind the desk usually is smart enough to not say they work hard to a person that works on a fucking snow crab boat
Why
where
can't
it's
I
a
sit there and say
dangerous
that?
job and stuff like that. They don't go
Why
there and try
can't
to
I
compare
sit
themselves
there
to
and
this
say that?
person and say I work hard. They
Why
don't say that.
why can't I sit there and say
Look,
if I go to work,
how
Because
about
I work
this?
12-hour shifts? Why can't I sit there and say more?
Didi, how about this? How about this? How about if you look at it like this? You're an adult human, I'm an adult human. We live in an economy of today. I can tell you like this. If you and I both handle multiple responsibilities on a daily basis, this thing will work like a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely.
But, but if you look at it like we both work jobs, but you're a man, so you should really be carrying more like 60, 70% of the load. What's going to happen is it's not going to run as smooth. There's going to be unhappiness. And 9 times out of 10, a relationship might not work out because at the end of the day, if you a man that's searching for legacy, then yeah, you can't make a child by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman creating those children with you would make it worth the while. But if you a single dude and you not in search of kids, and a woman has that type of mentality, it's almost like you better off not doing it, bro. Because you're because what is she gonna do that makes it worth it? You essentially
If
are
you
expected
don't
this dude to
now
take you
have
on as a
to take
financial dependent.
care of your kids, what do you mean?
No, but I'm talking about if there's no kids in the picture because the birth rate is way low. Most people just not having kids no more. So now we're talking about relationships in general. And what I'm saying is if that's the mentality, then what
You
makes it
know,
worth the what makes it worth the man's
If she's
while in a
if
sense?
listen, man. This is my advice, and DD, please read the comments because they
oh yeah, we
bubbling.
got a lot.
But
Yeah.
listen, just say, yeah,
Okay.
I done ticked off a few people. But man, this is what I say to y'all. If you ain't got a woman that's willing to give her everything, don't be with her. I
Don't.
wish I don't be with her. If my wife now had $10,000 and I said, baby, put that $10,000 in this joint account. If she ain't willing to do it, then don't be with her, baby. I believe in oneness. When we become one, everything I got is ours, and everything you got is ours. It's no everything I got is ours, everything you got is yours. I don't believe in
That's
that
how it's a
foolishness.
well-oiled machine right
Yeah, it ain't
there.
no. So when I say, man, I just had to drop $50,000 to do my backyard. Even though that money, this is what I'm learning now. I had to learn it. I'm newly married, but even though that money came out of my account prior to this joint account, I say now because I'm practicing. I said yes. Me and my wife getting our deck done. See how that works? See, I'm working on it. See what I'm saying? Because although her, she didn't put up a fucking red cent for that fucking deck. See what I'm saying? But the point is, that's my wife now, and we together. But the difference is, if I needed 10, if I said, baby, give me every dollar you got, she would do it in a second. You know, in a split second. She don't believe this. You keep it, and I keep yours. And no, hell no. I don't even understand. I don't even understand men that get with these type of women.
You
Why would
don't
you want to
know.
get with a woman that's selfish like that? That's like
And
what
it
she
got,
think.
and you know what? It got to be like that because of the way the legal system works. Because you got to think about it. If it's a situation to where you get married and there's no prenup and then y'all break up, guess what? She got access to everything you earned before you even met her. So
Yeah.
that's why I say it has to be oneness. It has to be one because at the end of the day, if the relationship don't work out, you probably got a lot more to lose.
No clean, clean,
So
clean.
it's gotta be on
60
one
what?
accord.
I ain't for that shit. 60 whatever, and then you still want me to cook, clean, and
Oh
anyway.
God. And
Um,
Well
man,
then look,
listen,
well then
y'all
look, well
don't
then,
even
well
do
then
it though.
look,
And
well
y'all
then
don't
look.
even do it. And stop acting like sex is so one-sided. Like I hate it. Like, why do you act like you getting something out of it? You're not doing me no favor by giving
let's
me
stop,
by sucking and fucking.
let's
Okay? I'm
stop
doing
it.
you just as much of a
Yeah.
favor as that you doing to me. Stop acting like this a one
Yeah.
side. You know what? Okay, fellas, when they
And
keep
that's
saying
why a
that,
lot of these
make
dudes
sure you
got
go for
side
yours.
chicks.
Listen,
That's
listen,
why a lot of
go
these
for
dudes got summer
yours.
walkers.
Fellas, go for
Go for it.
yours. Don't ever think about her. When you're in that bedroom, make sure she pleasing you and pleasing you only. Because since she always making it seem like it's a one-sided transaction, you
It's
better
such
be
a
I
looking
want
out for
job.
yourself.
yep,
Such a
yep.
Look
job.
If
out
y'all
for
want,
yourself.
y'all usually the ones
Yep.
sex on
Hit
demand.
Summer Walker up. Hit
Call,
Summer Walker
call,
up. Hit her up. Summer
whatever.
Walker come through and tighten
Um,
you up. And she
Yeah,
ain't
I,
gonna
for
complain
sure.
about it. She ain't gonna complain about
yeah.
it. She
Meanwhile,
ain't
you
gonna
drain
she
your pockets, dovetail bird. Ah,
Hey, yeah, we'll pay. We'll pay.
that
but
is
you
$1,000.
all
draining
the
my
way to the business.
pockets.
No
My girl
bullshit.
is
You
draining my
you
pockets.
drain really?
I
Yeah. Go,
mean,
go get go get you a summer walker. Point. Not what you
hit
complaining
Summer up.
already. You don't want to give up no points. Let me read these comments, child. Baby Barack said, get hey, you already complaining about money. Baby Barack said, "Get it more than Stedman, Didi. He might she I just Mama said, when FA, we know you're a bitter woman. Hold on, FA, before you respond. And Mama said, I want happiness over a miserable man. F out of here. And Mama said 1985, another bitter man.
Of
Uh,
course.
babe,
Of
black.
course. But when y'all say something about men, y'all not bitter women, right? Y'all just victims.
Gemini said facts. Black men involved. Babe said self-secure said, what's the point here? I just got back. Mama said, I don't agree. Got you opening a T said, my youngest children's mom is not it. That's why I have mine and had them for ages 2 to 3. Gemini smile said, yes. Self-secure said, yay. Got you opening a T said, fact. And I'm living proof with my own too. And Mama said, that's because there are less single days than there are moms. There are less single dads than there are moms. I think that's what you were trying to say, Mama. Gemini said, I have my daughter, 20, in the army. Hold it down, Gemini. Baby Barack said, I raised my son. He lived with me while his mom collected child support for years. So, hell yeah, there's plenty of sorry ass women parents. Gemini said, and my two boys, 6 and 4, moms in the life, but act like ninjas. Oh, so you have your boys. They're 6 and 4, and the mom acts like a dude. Is what you're saying? I think. I know, Mama, we are a little off topic. Self-secure said, "How you know this? You said it, not one person." Uh, Self-secure said, "Bro, how you gonna tell her it don't exist?" You God. Tasha said, "Oh Lord, what did I miss?" Tasha, we were talking about Kandi and this divorce with Todd, and Todd saying that wealthy women will be single if they don't share their wealth. Pretty much. Babe said that's up to them though. If they want a man like that, that's them. Um, Mama said, let's be clear. A lot of black men walk away from their children and any other more than any other race. Babe said is unemployed. Gemini said females have to value protection and having a man present. I like that, and I do. I value that protection and the man present. Babe said everyone, not you. And he said to 1985, what you mean? You think everyone like you, bro? Come on. And Tasha said, I can't change my own brakes. I can't change my own brakes. I can't either, Tasha. Uh, Babe said, Subsecure said, ninjas that are rare are hell, bro. Let her talk. He said, thank you guys. And Mama said, y'all are finding the worst of the women. And Babe said, y'all acting surprised. These ninjas are hella lazy. And Tasha said, I can change my own brakes, sir. Daddy and Papa taught me how. It's the same. So normal adulting tasks don't, assaulting tasks don't impress me. Kudos to you for knowing how to change your brakes. He taught me how to put oil in my car, so that's about it as far as it goes for me. How many men do y'all know how to put oil in your car? Anyway, Babe said, bragging about doing shit we supposed to do. It's all on the person and what they want. If they want a lazy nigga, oh well. And on it's hella females who do jobs like that. I'm trying to tell. There are women I've seen paving, especially here in Atlanta. Uh,
Yeah,
I've seen them. Um,
me too.
they said niggas is female police. He said female police and labor jobs. And Mama said, "Fa, please be quiet." uh, Mama, Babe said, "Okay, what that mean? Mental job." It's females in the army, police, force, all types of ish. How that foolish, bro. Baby Brock said, when did it become the norm for our women to belittle the role of black men? YT women don't make it a practice to call their men sorry or
Yes,
fathers.
how about that?
Um, and Mama said
Huh.
physical jobs now. And Tasha said, FA, I object to your statement. I'm in law enforcement. I work 10 to 16 hours some days. I'm in the field risking my life a lot of days. My job is physically demanding, mentally exhausting. FA, hush. And baby, y'all tripping, bro. No cap. Little mind says. JB said, happy Monday, JB. Tasha said, who the F catching snow crabs in Atlanta? Who is catching snow crabs in Atlanta? I'm done. Babe said, "Oh, find some new talent for your lobby." Anyway, and Mama said, "You making a relationship like a transaction." That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Um, and how about them cowgirls? You mean cowgirls? Because we don't support them over here. Giants all the way. Tasha said, "Boo cowgirls," and Mama said they are broke men who are in it just for an opportunity to. Tasha said, ladies, at the end of the day, degree, career, kids, home life, accountability doesn't matter. Some men will cheat and run off with a man in a dress. And Baby Barack said, exactly. Sex has no dollar value to a strong man. It's not the strong bargaining tool y'all think it is because y'all getting pleasured as well. Stop it, yo. Well, y'all put such an emphasis on sex, so I got to put the emphasis on it. Uh, Babe said, I'm in Decatur. Who are you talking to? Oh God. Anyway, Mama said her husband is a cameraman, doesn't have her money. She can share what she wants with him, and stipulations picking these women. And Tasha said, "Oh, this is about Kandi and Todd." Her mama tried to tell her. Yeah, she did. She tried to warn her about him, but she didn't. And Mama said, I can cut my grass, move furniture, and build things all by myself, okay? And Babe said, before you say something, at least Google the ish. And that's it. No cap. All right, we did a lot of comments. Woo, that was a lot. FA, are you still there?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's clean, clean. Okay, I know you probably guys want to respond to some of these comments, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go ahead and say your piece. Who want to go first?
I'll go. I think it's I think that we got different type of men out here, right? Mm. We usually try to generalize them and put them in categories like alpha and beta, and it's another type. I can't remember. Sometimes the person may not fit one particular type completely, but that's what a generalization is, right? I tend to speak for alphas, so anytime a person don't agree with me, I tend to think they're a beta, especially when they support it when their rebuttal is not supported with anything that really goes against logically, right? It's like, to me, you're not an intelligent person when you say stuff like, and I'm not talking about a woman, I'm talking about men, because women always just talk. That's understandable. But men, when you say, yeah, I know a lot of women that pave roads, and you say, because I seen them. And the statistics show that 99% of all construction workers are men. You just sound like a woman now. So that's why I look at you like a woman, because you talk like a woman. Why would you tell? Why do you think that's like saying, oh, there's some female police officers? Okay, nobody said it isn't. But if I look up the statistics and it say 90% of police officers are men, why do you now think that's significant to tell me that there's some female police officers? No one is. So it kind of just it makes me think you think like a woman, because that's the stuff women say. They don't actually look at numbers, statistics, and facts. I've seen a woman like paving the road before. I've seen women in construction websites. I mean uniforms. That doesn't now mean I think that the majority of people on them on them construction sites are not men. I mean, we gotta just be can we just be sensible about things? Just we're making generalizations, and sometimes I think that we sometimes are talking past each other because it's such a passionate topic, and we might lose some of the points that we be trying to make. And some people kind of pick up in the conversation at the wrong point, so they may not have heard the first point or whatever, right? But and then that just happens, and I'm okay with that. But I think that I be expecting men to like think logically. Like I want you to hear what I'm saying, not respond emotionally. I'm not dissing women by saying that I am not being honest, but I'm used to women responding emotionally and really not thinking it through. But don't have the same patience for when a man does it. I expect a man to think and then talk. You see what I'm saying? Not talk, then think. You see what I'm saying? Because there's different consequences for us than it is for women. When women do stuff, there's different consequences. They may not catch the short end of the stick like a man would if he do something. So, I mean, there's so many things to respond to. I can't even. I'm not. I don't even know what some of
I
these things that they saying. But a lot of the things I was saying were just generalizations.
I want to
I
go
was
back
generalizing.
Baby Barack, because Baby Barack said some had a question. I want to go back to that question, and somebody said something to 1985. I think you want to respond back to what was said to you, right? Or no? Or do you remember? It was so many comments. But I want to go back to Baby Barack for sure because he asked a question. Let me go back up here. I'm scrolling about black men. Mama just answered it.
It was something about white
He
women not.
When did it become the norm for our women to belittle the role of black men? YT women don't make it a practice to call their men sorry or not being good fathers. Because I don't want to go tit for tat, because I feel like, we do a lot of tit for tat here. Because the same could be said about black women and black men, how black women don't feel protected by their black men because we feel like black men are always putting us down. And it's not all of you. It is, but it is. It's a good number of you out there that do put us down and belittle black women. So I could say the same thing for both. But today we'll answer your question. So the question is, and this is a two-part thing. I'm sorry, we were talking about Kandi, but I want to go back to the question because I want you to get the responses. I want you to get them responses, baby Barack. And he said, why is it normal for the
Pin it,
blacks? Black,
pin it,
uh,
DD.
huh?
Pin his comment so people will know.
Okay, let me, because I couldn't find. I just tried to find it again as fast
You
as I
talking about
could.
where
Hold
he
on.
see what did he say? He said, why do
Hold
they
on.
feel less protected or something?
No, he
Yeah.
said, why do black women put down black men? No other white women don't put down white
Okay, I found it.
men like they do, or something like that.
All right, I just
Oh yeah.
he said, when did it become a norm for our women to belittle the role
Mhm.
of black men? White men don't make it a practice to call their men sorry or no good. So
I mean, I think it became normal. But really, what we gotta really think about is a lot of the way most people think is because of the advancement of like modern day technology and convenience. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, a person can run around and say like, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. But if NASA came on the news tomorrow and said a meteor the size of three buses is going to hit and the electrical grid is going to go down and 60% of the food supply is going to go away, nobody's going to be running around saying they don't need a man. You know
Oh,
what
you
I'm
don't
saying?
know. Oh no, they
Like,
will.
like what happens is life has been made to be so convenient and technologically advanced that people have become more introverted. They've become more self-centered. And that's why I always say, like, if the mentality, like what Hefe was saying about how him and his wife, they got one pot. Like, if your mentality is not to have that, no matter how much money you make, just don't
Then
get in a
why get married?
relationship. Be by
I agree.
yourself. Being by yourself is
Agree.
dope. You can get the high rise apartment with the view. You can have three whips. You can take trips every other month. You don't have to be in a, like, why get in a relationship with this mentality of hoarding your money on the side and he need to do like, just be by yourself. Like relationships run more like well-oiled machines if it's all in one pot and there's selflessness and there's no selfishness. Period. Because look, I do great, right? I make significantly more than my woman. I could easily be like, you know what? My bread is my bread. I'll pay the bills and stuff, but shit, I'm gonna buy these Jordans. Me and my homies going to Vegas 3 times a month. I'm a da 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 da. I could easily do that, but no, I take that sacrifice and make sure my woman is straight.
does she
Like
work?
if I had that mentality,
It does.
then why would I even be in a relationship? I could be by myself. I was by myself before me and my girl, before I bought this house and we started moved in together. I had a dope crib in Buckhead. All my homies is in the movie industry. I was going to premieres, taking trips. I could have easily just stayed by myself. Why would I get into a relationship with the mentality of my bread is my bread and she can fend for herself? Like, who
What's
does
the?
that?
You know why? Because men don't. The money would have no purpose if we don't have something to pay for. Like we got the money to
Exactly.
take care of our family. Like what we I mean, it ain't but so many Jordans we can buy. It ain't but so many trips
Right.
that you can take. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I took on that
But you can say she works,
responsibility.
right?
And I took on that responsibility. And what we don't talk about is how many men date women and they do make that sacrifice. And then the relationship don't work out. He
But
don't get his money back. He don't
you
get
You
think
his
sure
money
don't.
back. You know what
you
I'm saying?
think
You
This
sure
a
she works?
don't.
lot of a lot. If you dating a woman over the course of 5 years and you're a traditional man and you're catering to her, you done probably spent north of $100,000 on this woman. And if she choose to leave you and get back with her ex, guess what? You don't get none of
That's
your
out.
money back. You get
That's out.
nothing back. So,
1980 1985. You did say she works, right?
yeah, she got her own company.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask you a personal question, and you do not have to answer this question if you do not want to. How
Sure.
much? How much does she contribute to the household? I'm just curious.
She okay. So what she does is like the
Do a
lands.
percentage. Try to do a percentage. That'll make it
I'm gonna
easier.
try. Like, I guess the percentage would probably be maybe like 20, 25. She's like the landscapers. She pays that. She pays the internet. And like once a month, we got a person to come through, a cleaning service come through. So I said, but I pay the
But
mortgage, the electricity, the gas,
but
the
question,
pot, everything. You know what I'm saying?
question.
So like
Because the
maybe 25%, I would say.
And
question,
you
the
pay the rest.
contacts matter. But the contacts matter. Are y'all married?
No, we engaged. That's my
All right.
fiance.
Oh, so you okay, okay, I didn't hear
Yeah.
that. Is the house in your name?
Yeah, no, yeah, the house is completely in my name.
So
I
it's a
bought the
little
house.
bit different because he owns that house. It's not her house. See,
Okay.
if they would have bought that house together, there would have been something different. But I would never make my wife, like, let's say I was engaged, but I already owned a home. I wouldn't tell her to pay my mortgage either. It's my mortgage. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right,
I
right,
got
right.
you. I
so
got
it's a little
And
bit
even
different.
and even in marriage, because like I said, I make significantly more. I'm gonna pay the mortgage. I'm gonna pay all of the big stuff, and
Right.
let's say she pay like the little stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
cool.
okay,
Yeah.
1985. So I'm trying to understand your argument with this 60. What was it you said? 60.
No, I think that but I think he's saying the circumstances allow him to be in that financial situation because he
But
makes significantly more. Imagine, let's say you make just as much as your woman. Would the divide be the same in the bills?
no, because
That's the
it would
point.
defeat the purpose of being together.
There you go.
Marriage is for people to combine resources so that
Right.
you can live a life better than
Better
you
life.
could on your own.
So that's the part,
It's to
DD.
combine resources. If you really look at it, marriage is for broke people. It benefits broke people better. No, for real, because people with money is actually sometimes in certain
they don't
situations it's
get
doper
married.
to be by yourself. But for
No, you
people
could just
with
pay for all those services, like you said.
So,
exactly
You
for people who are on the lower income spectrum, it works better for them to
so
combine their resources.
1985. Are you guys going to get a house together?
Well, most likely because what I'll probably do eventually is in another couple years turn this into a rental property and then get like the forever house or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
right. Okay,
So, are you
okay.
going to keep the same arrangement when you do get another house together? Or are you going to make her, okay, now her name is on the mortgage. So now she needs to contribute to this mortgage.
No. For one, it'll probably stay the exact same. And if it changes, like let's say her company expands and she doubles her income, we putting everything in one pot. Now, mind you,
There you go. There
my
you go.
maintenance is less. Like I get haircuts. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
Like
Yeah.
but she'll probably be using more of the leisure spending. But I mean, yeah, we gonna put it all in one pot. That's how it's supposed to work.
So
If
that means if
anything,
she double up her money, then that's your money too.
exactly. And every time my money double, that's hers too.
So guess what? So you
It's
see why it don't really matter who pay what? Because what he really trying to say is all their money is theirs anyway. And so it don't really matter that he physically is paying the mortgage. If she putting all her money in that pot too, then it don't it's all their money is their money. That's
I
what I'm
get,
just saying. It's just
I get
their
what
See what I'm
money.
saying? Look at it from a business perspective.
you're saying. Instead of,
If I turn this place into a rental property and then get another spot, if it's all on me, then we're gonna put less down on that other spot
Exactly.
and then the mortgage will be
100%.
higher. But
Right.
if all our money is in one pot, shit, we could put 80, 90,000 down on that next
Yeah.
spot. And
Right.
now
Yeah.
our mortgage is $700 a month because we did it together versus it just
But you
all
see
being on me
how
because I'm the man. Like, you know what I'm
But you
saying? It
see
don't make
how when you
sense.
don't have a selfish mentality, you see he's not being selfish.
mhm.
He's thinking of a joint. He's not thinking of just him. Because guess what? Like he said, shit. If he was thinking of himself, he might could be living better in a sense. Like he living in Buckhead and all that stuff. But when the
Yeah,
man, that's why I don't understand the selfish. And that's what I got back to earlier, DD. So I was
Mhm.
like, are we arguing? Not you per se, but is the discussion literally that women are saying? Andy is right to be selfish? Like I don't. That's why I was kind of confused. Like she said, no, I should be able to get in relationships and only think of myself and not want to do things for him financially, and that's how it should, and that's okay. Is that what we said?
No. Well, at least that's not what I'm saying. You no.
No, I was
But
saying is that what Candy was saying. I'm like, I'm
no.
confused.
Todd was saying, her soon to be ex husband, that wealthy women, uh, that have this mindset that it's mine, everything mine, are going to be single because I guess they don't want to share their wealth. And then he said, when you're going through the process and you guys are starting these businesses together, you have to let that man feel like the man. So
well, I mean, common sense would say if your mentality is mine, then why would you be in a relationship?
Exactly. That's why I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you even in a
That's common
relationship?
sense. That's common
Why
sense.
are you in a relationship?
Just be by yourself and date people.
well, he's
And
wealthy. I don't know if he was talking about Kandi, but maybe he did experience that, and he's not saying yet. But maybe he did experience where she's like, no, that's my money. That's my house.
But
Those are
but
my
I'm gonna be
cars.
100 with you. The majority of women that I know, and I'm generalizing, and y'all can beat me up for this all you want, but the majority of women that I know, see, not personally, but just what I see on TV and movies and so on, so reality, the majority of women with money are very mind centric. This is my house. This is my stuff. This is my. They do not have the mentality of going in it together and becoming one with another person. That is not their mentality.
Not
Can
because
I'm
they
not
It,
even gonna hold you because sometimes I do catch myself saying mine, and I have to correct myself because I'm like, damn, it's ours. It's not mine. It's ours.
let me
But
tell
yeah,
you, when I
um,
hear that, my mental like let's say I'm dating somebody and I hear the mind thing and they kind of got that mentality, my mindset automatically switches to
that's it, dude.
we're just dating and having casual sex now. I have
That's
no
it.
future,
That's
I have
it.
no future plans with you. Because
Absolutely.
I take the risk. Like I said, you if we was to get married and go in on that, you in the relationship don't work out, you literally could take my house in the divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like the crib that I paid for and bought so that's why I say like if a person has that mentality, fall back, just date. Just date. You got your crib, I got my crib. You can come spend the night, I can come spend the night, and we can just kick it. But why would we go into a union with that mindset? It makes no sense. That's like the one player on the team who never passed the ball. Like, just go play in the one-on-one tournament.
well, yeah. Let me read some more comments because we got a lot. And then we're gonna wrap this up. Mama said, I love black men and will never talk down about them, even when they are wrong. Um, Gemini said,
What?
Yeah,
what?
right.
Babe, what are you talking about? What you say? Leave my mama alone. Big shout out to mama. She'll be down here on Wednesday. Uh, Subsecure said, you're wrong. You ain't outside enough. It's okay. LOL, I look at men who talk over. Okay, babe. Baby Rock said, Mama, you may not talk down about us, but most do. It seems easier for y'all to put us down rather than lift us up. Baby Rock, give me some examples, please. I have examples, but I want to hear them from you. And Baby Brock Babe said, we can take it and let it go out the other end, out the other. Uh, ain't we alphas? That's what Trey Babe said. And Mama said, your opinion is not the only opinion. And opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. What is going on here? Babe said, Subsecure, you think your opinion is stronger than others. It's not, bro. So all that yapping don't make you right or look like an alpha at all. And Tasha said, Fa, respectfully, you sound uninformed and a little bitter, a little sexist, and a little
Yikes.
haterish. It's all good. But the way you
Yikes.
form your opinions, put it into words, make you sound way out there, my guy. Baby Brock said to you, Subsecure, we do it roll off, but that doesn't make it right. And Babe said, it's okay, bro. Thanksgiving coming up. You have a good meal to eat soon, brother. And Babe said, what's a black job, y'all? And Mom said he went in on opponent just because he didn't like what he said, FA. I don't know. He went in on an opponent just because he didn't. She must be referring to something you had said. And Subsecure said, if a female want to do labor jobs, what the F? Who care? And Mama said, when black men started putting black women down, that's when. And Tasha said, all women do this in every race. All women do this in every race. However, being black, being the blueprint, we are watch, study at all times. I agree with that. I don't know if it's just a black women thing I think we're more loud and vocal about it as opposed to other races, just as other races of men are not so vocal when it comes to their women, because they be calling them people trailer park trashes. Don't act. Come on now. And Mama said, thank you. Life is not all about men. And Tasha said, YT women, Indian women, African, all talk hella ish too and about they men, but because they aren't black,
They
it's
all
not.
married at a higher rate too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And because they're not black, it's not judged the way we are judged. Baby, because the way I hear and I ain't trying to be racist, the way I hear some of them Chinese women talking to their husband, yeah, I'd be like, damn. Um, Mama said, I don't have a man and spend less money trying to please them. And Mama said, he's not putting her name on that. Mama said to you, clean, clean, you not putting her name on that new mortgage. I'm
What?
done. She said
No,
you ain't
that
putting
that's
the name on the. What up, Rusha? Mama said,
that's
put.
the whole purpose. Because now you know what the thing is. What she don't understand by saying that is she would think that that's me doing something dirty. That's me giving her leverage. That's me giving her an asset. I could do it without her, but I'm gonna do the selfless thing, and now her name
Put
is
her name
on
on
it.
that damn
Like,
mortgage. You talked all that shit. You better put her name on that mortgage.
no, no. I mean, yeah, that's the only reason in getting another house. I'm cool with this house. I could live and die in this. This is a great house. It's 4 bedroom, three. Like, it's a great house. Like, I don't
Why
have to go.
your mortgage then if you don't want to leave?
You said what?
Why can't you just add her to that mortgage or add her to the
Well, for one, yeah, we got to get married first. You can't add her name.
right? I mean, I'll
Yeah,
get married
until
and add her to the deed.
well, but for business purposes, like if because I paid a chunk of this one off, so if I put this into a rental property and then we get another property, this house will pay for half of that mortgage.
But are you okay? Never mind.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see
Like
what
yeah,
you're saying, but I think my question to you is: are you like she's not going to have anything to do with that house that you're in now?
It's
Like
not
her.
only me, Hefe.
this you said this house.
All right, clean, clean.
Wait, say it again. You said it's
Yeah, I think I'm confused as to okay, you guys are living in this house now. The house is in your name, but
yeah
I mean, and
because
you,
I bought it.
I get it, but eventually you guys are going to get married. I don't know, like how soon you're going to buy a house. Like,
He's saying whenever he buys that future house, he would put her name on it.
yeah, but when, okay, because I'm thinking she's moved into your house, you guys do
Right.
get, but her name is not on that mortgage, which means you can put her out whenever you, never
No,
mind.
you can't put her out. You can't put her out. You can't put your wife out. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't put
Oh,
your wife out house. You got
Yeah,
to
you
divorce
can't do
her.
that.
uh,
In which if
I,
I divorce her, she could actually get the house, even though I
hey,
bought it.
see that if he ain't signed a prenup, I hope to God you do. But if
oh
he didn't
God,
sign a prenup,
sorry.
yeah,
No,
Just
prenup is
that,
definitely happening.
marriage is a business contractual. That's what they say nowadays. And Mama said, but Efe, you said he is responsible for his house since he brought it before marriage. Shouldn't her things be hers before they get married?
100%.
Wait,
Okay.
shouldn't her
100%.
things be her what?
If she
Is
owned
she
property, if she had a house like right
that's
now, then
hers.
that would be her house.
And look,
Absolutely.
and guess what? I'm not pressuring her to put my name on any of her stuff. Like
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
100%.
she ain't
And
got
Didi, can
nothing.
you do me a favor?
Yes.
I don't have a problem. I want you to read all the comments. I don't have a problem with people criticize me or they say things that are what you would call not nice. I say I'm a big boy. I say what I mean what I say. If people disagree, I think it's good for the show. I think it's good for, for people to,
Uh,
voice their opinion.
I might not see all of the comments because people say
Oh, okay.
comments and sometimes I don't see them. So if it's like offensive or I guess
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
flag,
It's just your show. I'm not
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
regulate.
will flag it. So I don't
Oh,
apologize. So
okay, okay,
y'all
okay, okay.
will say you didn't read my comment and it will not pop up
No,
on
I
my
just like this particular comment wasn't like
what did
bad.
it say?
It was just it was critical of me,
Go
and I
ahead read
like
it.
it. I liked it
Read it.
because it was
Because I didn't
no,
see it.
it was kind of broken English because sometimes sometimes he was commenting as we were talking. So now I'm putting together when he was probably saying that, but it's the actual. It's not an individual comment. It's a whole. I get the point he was trying to make.
Okay. Well,
The
who is it?
the mother is your bae, is your bae.
Okay.
But mom, but bae, I mean Jesus, your bae, Jesus Christ. But this is what I will say. And this to your mother too, because she said, see, Hefe, it's not only me. Fair point. This is where I will say,
well,
maybe I
Tasha
am a
said something.
little one-sided when it comes to this.
Well, Tasha said something too. Did you see her? We read Tasha's comment. She said
Which one?
Where she disagrees, she's an essay. Respectfully, you sound uninformed and a little bitter and a little sexist and a little haterish. It's all good, but the way you form your opinion and put it in words make you sound way out there, my guy.
I know. Okay, so I'll respond to that one too. So
Okay.
this is what I would say. I tend to not use the language that is appealing to women anymore. I kind of like give it to them straight. I don't see women as women anymore when we having these open forums. I just see people as adults. So
Okay.
I'm not catering to you as a woman. I'm talking to you like an adult. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised that people will say I come off bitter and all of these things. These are like typical responses of any time you're really critical of women. That's always going to be the case. They always going to call you bitter or you gay or you hate your mom or it's something you're traumatized. It's always something like that, right? That's fine. Anybody that knows me knows that's not my life, right? But I'm also not surprised when they say it. That's why I don't have an issue with it, right? I am very informed. I think that what a lot of these people come to these conclusions because they're not informed. You know what I mean? Women tend to think of women in the best light. They just kind of view women in the best light. And I don't think that women really look at women for how they really are. They kind of look at them in the best light. Men, I don't look at men in the best light. I know there's a lot of no good niggas. You see what I'm saying? I'm not arguing. DD, I think you can tell I never argue that there ain't no good niggas. My issue where it may be confusing is I often hold a lot of accountability to the women because y'all laying down with these no good dudes. So I be looking at y'all like, well, why are you with these no good dudes? Why you having a baby by these no good dudes? So I'm not I'm acknowledging that they no good, but I'm also kind of holding you accountable as well. It's different from the men. No sympathy when these men give with these gold diggers and these gold diggers take them for everything they got. I ain't got no sympathy for these men. You shouldn't have been with that gold digger. She was a rat from the jump. It was just like what's the girl? Summer Walker. Remember we talked about it the other day? The girl telling you who she is from day one. You think I'ma shed a tear for you because she telling you so no, I don't have no sympathy for the man or the woman. You know what I mean? You're both gonna be held accountable for your actions. You see what I'm saying? I just think that because my style of communication is no longer pacifying women, I think it's easy to put me in that box. No, I just kind of hold y'all. I just want y'all to be decent human beings. Kind of, that's what I say. And I keep hearing this woman saying, I can be selfish, I can think of only me, but the man shouldn't. And I think that's a messed up trait. And I think I'm gonna call that out. I'm gonna say that's messed up. I really do think most women view women in general as like good people. And there's a lot of raggedy women out here. Most women are not good women. Just like I would argue, most men are not good men. But for whatever the reason, when we generalize women, we tend to think, just like Didi was doing earlier, and these women work hard, they come home, they gotta cook, they gotta clean, they gotta clean. That don't no, these women ain't cooking and cleaning. A lot of these houses are tore up. A lot of these women are not cooking. A lot of these women are not cleaning. A lot of these women are withholding sex from their husbands. A lot of women withhold sex from. It's like, why y'all always generalize women as these great women that's always doing good, and these men are just taking advantage of them? It's like that's not the reality. But when I call it out, and when I say Didi will say these do exist, and I'll say no, Didi, they do exist. I'm not arguing that these don't exist. What I'm saying is you making you're making it seem like majority of women are like what you're describing. I'm saying that's not the case. I would actually argue the majority of women are not cooking and not cleaning and not are
Well, no,
withholding sex.
I wouldn't say the majority because I don't know the majority of women, but there are women that do cook and clean and hold down a household, and pay 50-50 other bills while maintaining a household and kids without a help of a man who does live in the house. You know what I'm saying?
And right, and I agree, and I do that exist. I just don't think that's the majority. I think that most black men, because all the studies point to that black men are in their children's lives more than any other race. And maybe I have to use my own anecdotal experience, but the majority of men I know are in their children's lives. You see what I'm saying? They are. Even the ones that's not in the same house, they in their children's lives. They not be to the level of whatever that woman wants, but they get them. You see what I'm saying? They are getting them on the weekends and this and that and that and this. So I just see it that this is what it is. I think I look at women from the different extreme, and often women look at men from the different extreme. Y'all tend to think that men are ain't shit, and I tend to believe that women are not as good as y'all say they are. That's all.
I, because there are some ain't-ish men, but all men are not created equally. Just like all women are not created equally. That's just how I feel about the men. There are
But
some,
why? But why?
there are
Why
some
is it okay?
great men out here. Great
But
men.
why? Well, why do most women agree with Candy? Why do
Who?
most women believe with Candy, the girl, the original topic? Why do most women believe that what they should be theirs and the man should be ours? Is that not
I wouldn't
selfish in
take
nature?
I wouldn't take no damn advice from Candy. First of all, like you said, she's
No,
not a
but what
nice
I'm saying, most
person.
women agree with her. But a lot of women are agreeing with her. I'm asking you, isn't that a character flaw that most women even agree with that statement? Isn't that selfish
What
in
was
nature
the
that a
again?
lot of women are agreeing with that?
What was the statement again? What
She's
statement?
really more. She was really, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what I took from the video is what she was really saying was, "What's mine in this relationship
That wasn't
that
her.
we
Her.
gain,
No,
that we gain, huh?"
that wasn't Candy. That was Todd, her ex, soon to be ex husband. That was him talking. That wasn't
No,
Candy.
he was say, no, I think he was speaking because he knew who she was already. So
Exactly. Okay.
he knew her position. See what I'm saying? So he was kind of responding to the fact that she's saying, "Nah, anything that we gain even in this relationship is still mine." You see what I'm saying? But I think this is why women we don't be taking y'all serious because when the shoe be on the other foot, y'all don't have that same feeling. Y'all will say any man, a man that got rich in the marriage and that woman stayed home and took care of the kids, they'll feel entitled to the riches of that man, even though that they didn't contribute to actually him
They,
obtaining that money. But
they
then when we flip it, you're hypocritical. Now
no.
you're saying, well, no,
Efe,
what?
you're saying they didn't contribute. I say they did contribute because she was at
No,
school.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
financially.
she
And
contributed.
I'm
She was
telling
at
you that
home
he
taking care of kids.
contributed too. And what I'm saying is they don't carry that same. He contributed too. He was in marriage with her. He held her at night. He when she had long stressful days, he held her and talked to her and was maybe some mental stability for her. He was all of those things that y'all claim women do. So why is he not entitled to have?
No,
I'm
and
saying why is it not consistent? Why is it women have the position in one way and then it's not the other way? This is what we call you hypocritical.
we could say this in a lot of scenarios, can't we? I fade off the double standards. It shit is real out here. Just as Offset is trying to sue Cardi B for spousal support. Should he
She
get it?
should.
I don't know.
Do
Should
you
he
think
get
that women? Do you think women should get it?
it? I think women should get it depending on the circumstance.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least you be honest about that. Depending
Yeah,
on the circumstances. Okay. Do
depending
you
on,
think men should? Do you think men should get it depending on the circumstances?
can I be real?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. Can you be real with me? So
Yeah.
this is, and you know what? I'm glad you're being honest. And this is the problem I have. You
That's
acknowledging that
crazy.
that's a double standard, right? Can you
Yeah.
acknowledge that that's
It
a
is.
double standard?
It
Why
is.
is it that you're okay with this double standard, but in many of our conversations in the past, your whole basis on your disagreement would be, well, that's a double standard. That's not fair. You'll
You know
often
why I
say
go?
that when it's something you don't agree with, but you okay with this double standard.
I mean, I don't make the laws, whether I'm good with it or not. But I will say this: the reason why is, I didn't write the Bible. You got to take your stuff up
And
with
the
Jesus.
Bible never,
Hold
and
on,
the
hold on,
Bible
hold on.
did
Let me
not.
finish. Hold on, let me
Oh,
finish.
my bad, my bad,
Since
my bad.
Jesus made y'all, didn't he make y'all the providers and the protectors? Y'all want the roles as leaders when
He
y'all
made y'all
want
stuff
the
too,
roles.
though. Or yeah,
You
Huh?
know what
he
the
made
Bible say?
women things too.
You're right. And you know what the Bible say about women? They say they supposed to be quiet.
Yep.
You know that?
And a lot of our women got that main character
You know what the
syndrome.
Bible say? They say you're supposed to be quiet amongst other men. A woman should be silent. Do
Well,
you know that? That's what the Bible says. Yeah, okay. So
no, I listen. I can't change the double stare, and I can't change how I feel. I just feel like a man. If you're an able-bodied ass man, you need to get your ass out here and work. Why do you want spousal support from a woman? To me,
I
you a
feel the
weak
Because
ass.
same way.
because
You
y'all
I
a
feel the
because
weak
y'all
same
ass
way.
man.
because Didi, because y'all marched and advocated for
For
equality, and that's what
equality. That's
equal
right.
looks like.
That's
That's what
right.
equal looks like. If you want to maintain those double standards, then you can't
Mhm.
want equality.
There
And
we go.
that goes the same way. Do know that. Okay, but let me read some of these, and I want y'all to get your final thoughts together because we went way over today. Tara said, "I love black men too, Mama." Tara, we know you love you some black men, girl. Ain't mad about it. Um, Mama said, "I beg to differ. The house you brought before marriage is not her house. Clean, clean." Mama said, "LOL. See, it's not only me, FA."
Yeah, that was earlier.
Uh,
Yeah, but if she bought a house, that ain't my house either. So it just happens that I have one. Like, I mean, that's life.
I think I was trying to ask you, like, once you guys get married and you don't buy the house right away, will you add her if you don't see yourself buying a house in 5 to
Why
10
would
years?
he do that though?
But if he doesn't see him buying his future house in 5 to 10 years, why would he not want to add her? That's his wife now, right? No, just in case something happens.
But once again, if
I
she
agree.
had a house, would she
Yeah,
add me? Am I asking to be on there?
That would have to be a question between you and her.
I'm
I,
curious.
I,
What do you think she? What do you think the average woman would?
No.
if if he,
Nope.
well, technically,
Because it's
me and
mine,
boyfriend
mine,
are
mine, 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 right?
me and boyfriend
So
are trying to find
any
our.
assets that she had before we got together, I'm pretty sure she gonna want to maintain those on her own.
Got you,
Because a lot of women, because a lot of them, they like to have these insurance plans or these escape plans in case the relationship don't work out, so they keep those things. So that's the thing. It's like it really don't matter. Like I think the thing that matters the most is regardless of if her house is or her name is on this one or not. All of the money that comes from this goes into our one pot.
I got you. Okay. Tara said Chinese women always just sound angry. I try to tell these people it ain't just the race of black women, baby. Mama said he's stuttering, he lying. And she said she was talking about Kandi. Baby Barack said, put the prenup out there clean, clean. My brother made the mistake of putting love first and ended up having to sell and split the ends, and she didn't pay ish. Love makes dummies out of the men. And Mama said, I'm gonna always call a spade a spade. No hate, FA.
Of course, of course.
Men don't like me because I will check them. And Tara, I don't know what you disagreed on because we talked about so much. Mama said, FA, you are definitely bitter, and I'm not the only one saying it. And Tara said, blah, my ex is a piece of ish, and he's white. Across the board. Hey, this man, hey, this man. Don't matter the race. Um, Mama said, you can't say most. You can say the women you know or some women you know, FA. Tara said, I'm the whitest trust and believe white women talk plenty of trash to their men, to these men. Tell them again, Tara. Tasha said, FA, you just proved my point. As an adult, I can identify criticism, whether it's positive or negative. I think the way you criticize women versus the way you criticize men shows bitterness. And Tara said, I haven't seen my white baby daddy since my daughter was in third grade. She is now 29. Tasha said, and negative energy towards women more so than men. And this is on a lot of topics you contribute to, not just today's topics. Baby Barack said, Mama, it's not necessarily that he's bitter. I disagree. Like most mature men, we have seen all sides of women in relationships. Whenever we don't have 100% positive examples of women, then it's us. Mama said, I paid
Good
100%.
point, brother.
Mama said, I paid 100% of my bills and have helped a man out before. And Baby Barack said, we all have flaws and should be able to discuss it openly without putting one another down. I agree with you. I agree with that, Baby Barack. We should. Tasha said, I think Kandi feels like she made Todd and he know that, so she don't expect him to leave with anything she helped him with. I think she got that prenup, so I don't think he'll be leaving with nothing but what he came with. And Mama said, "Hello, he a broke ninja." And Tasha
Yeah,
said, "Quiet."
just like most of you women. Go ahead.
And I'm sorry. Tasha said, "Quiet my ass."
Most
And
most
Mama,
people are broke.
Right.
When did black people get
Get
so
so rich.
bougie?
I don't know.
Like
I've been
that is
saying that
so
forever.
crazy to
I've
me.
been
Like it's
saying
like
that for a while, brother.
we used to have so much more soul than this, man. Like
Mhm.
what you want
we've become
to say?
so
The trailer? Did you want us
materialistic.
to say clean, clean? The trailer park, them trailer park broke asses. I'm just saying what you want us to do.
Nah, I'm just saying like we
He's
just used to
diving to the
have.
deeper
I
point.
get it.
He's really
No,
addressing the
I get it.
deeper point.
It's the
Yeah, like we like black people calling each other broke is crazy.
I was
That's
just,
crazy and
but
sad.
I don't think she meant nothing by it because I call everybody a ninja. I'd be on the phone with Tar. I'd be like, this ninja. And then I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, Tar, because she's a white girl. She's like, girl, you fine. I be
Where
forget. She's
you
white.
said,
I
my
said,
father bought my. Oh,
no, what were you going to say?
I was reading that last comment.
Pretty
Go ahead.
nice. All right, and this is the last comment, and then we're gonna get you guys got your final thoughts ready. Tasha,
Right.
you guys drop the final thoughts. Let's do it. Uh and Pretty Eyes, we were talking about Kandi and Todd's divorce, child. She said my father brought my first house. I added my husband to the mortgage. He got the house in the divorce. I got the new house. He got my first house. Materials don't concern me. What he took has been replaced. Won't he do it though, God? Because God
Well,
said if
that's
we
good
had
for
to
you.
build
Most
a
women
roof.
don't carry. Yeah, but most women don't carry that mentality. I understand that was what you did. Most women don't carry that mentality. But
So
my final.
I'm in a situation similar to her because this house that I live in was brought by Carl. Um, and he tried to kick me out, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, but if I had the option and we were to stay here, that would probably be an option for me and boyfriend to add him to the mortgage as well. But I'd rather us just get our own stuff so I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, if that got your final thoughts together. Thank you, baby Rock.
My final thoughts are again. I'm not surprised at the bitter comments, and I want y'all to know they don't bother me. I want y'all to continue. I think it's good to keep saying it or whatever because it gives the other opinion. It's the typical opinion. I think Barack kind of said it clearly. I just think that most of our women are just not adults in the way in which they can handle just regular criticism. I think that they kind of lean into their emotions way too much anytime they get any level of criticism. It's just like how, like, you see how, like, y'all criticizing me, and I'm not getting worked up or anything. Y'all are saying all kind of things about me, whether it's true or not, you know what I mean, or whether I believe it's true or not. I'm not getting all worked up, or I'm not calling you guys names or whatever the case may be. Now, if that's your true observation, that's fine. I don't actually have an issue with that. I just think you're wrong. You know what I mean? I don't say anything. I'm not proud to say that I believe our women have come to this point. You know what I mean? I just notice things and say this, I think this would make it better. I started off the conversation with saying, why are women so selfish? Why are they not about us instead of them? Why is it they own things and the man and anything the man has, anything they have is hers? To me, that's just selfish in nature, and that makes me bitter. That's you know what I mean. If I call that out and I view that woman as selfish, and a woman then turns around and call me bitter because that's how I see it, that's fine too. This is what I also noticed too, and this it. Your life. You could be anybody you want on this internet. You can say whatever you want on this internet, right? And that's fine. But one thing I know for sure, your life is a reflection of your decisions. Okay. So if you're prospering in life, you must be, and some could say you're doing some things right. But this is what I know. If you're not prospering in life or you don't have the things you say you want, I know a lot of women that want a man that can't get a man, but are very critical of men. I would argue that that's not the person you probably should get advice from. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't understand how they're so critical of men and can't but can't obtain one, but would then lie to you and say they rather be alone. We know you're lying. No one wants to be alone. God didn't even want you to be alone. Okay? God didn't even want you to be alone. That's it.
I don't know if they're lying, FA, or they've just gotten to a point where they just don't want to deal with the BS anymore. So,
I just think I think it's just so unfortunate that either that they're so flawed that they can only pick bad men. I don't understand like why to me when you say they're tired of dealing with the BS, it comes off like they're the victim and the men are the ones that just causing all this BS. And in my eyes, I keep looking at them like, what's wrong with them that they can't pick a decent man? You see how we just view it differently? You're viewing it as them being the victims, and I view it as them constantly making bad decisions.
well, if you want to hold them accountable, then Okay, I'll give you that. You can hold them accountable for maybe picking bad men. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
So,
I'm just saying I'm bitter for that. But no, but listen, this was interesting. No man is calling the woman bitter when you say they just tired of dealing with the BS. Do you hear men say, "Oh man, she's bitter. She sounds so bitter"? Do you hear anybody else? You ain't got no problem with talking down about men in general.
well, how was that a talk?
Not you personally. No, no.
Oh, okay. I was
Well,
gonna say, how was that a talk?
I'm
Because
no,
I
no, no.
said,
You're being critical.
how was that being critical? I just said they just might be tired of dealing with the BS.
Because we're assuming that the relationships failed because the men are causing BS. That's just your assertion. You're just saying that a lot of these women are in failed relationships because the men are BS. You
No, no,
see,
no.
that's what you're doing.
No, because it could be various factors. There was one girl on social media, man, he didn't cheat, he didn't do anything. She just didn't want to be in a relationship because she was like, I already got a kid. And being in a relationship with a man is like having a kid. You got to cater to them, wait on them, you know, basically what I've been saying. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
But
but you don't think for a
it's
man being with
negative.
a woman is like a kid too?
Taking
Because
care
it's
of
like
that kid.
financially, it's almost like a dependent that you can't claim on your taxes.
That's 100% what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like do men on average, men in relationships on average spend 40,000 more dollars a year than if they were single. Do you know how that like that's like if I had a kid, I would probably spend 40,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So I think we are
yeah, but you're
looking.
not investing all of your finances into your woman. Your woman still contributes to your household, whether it's 20%, 30%,
But it's
40%.
not a matter of
Yeah,
all.
but
It's not
let me
all.
tell you
A
something. If
kid
you
is not
could, but
your household.
if you compare what I delve into the relationship versus the things that she pays around the house, it's negative.
What do you mean it's negative?
Negative
Meaning
meaning
like,
I put more into the relationship than she
No,
pays
no. See, now
yearly.
you counting out. Now you counting, and I thought we wasn't
No, no,
counting.
no, 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 no. I'm not counting. That's the whole purpose of me saying what I'm saying
Oh, okay.
is the fact that
if he
we get
did
into these
count.
relationships with these individual mentalities and it just defeats the purpose of a relationship. It just defeats the purpose.
I get it. Clean, clean.
Yeah.
Were you finished with your final thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
mean, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to talk to this last comment, and this for your dude, because he said alpha men don't cut off women while they're speaking. I think that would be a fair point if we weren't on a talking forum. We're on a talking forum, and I don't necessarily see your woman as a woman, right? I see her as a host of a show, and sometimes the conversations are going to get a little hectic. Sometimes I may talk over her. I'm not viewing her as a woman that I'm talking over. I'm viewing her as a person. I'm on her live, and sometimes these conversations just happen. You see what I'm
And
saying? So I
I,
think that we got to keep things in context. She's not on the street and I'm just having a conversation and yelling at her or anything like that. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I didn't take any. He's very protective. That's all.
No,
That's
no,
it.
I ain't got no
Yeah.
issue with it. I just wanted to, I like him. I still like him. Even if he disagree with him, I ain't got no issue with that. I ain't got no, I want him to speak his mind. Everybody disagree with me. I'm okay with it.
All right, clean, clean. What's your final thoughts? And then I'm gonna wrap up these comments. And then Tara, you want to talk real quick because we about to get off. But and then we're gonna wrap up. And then I'm gonna do my final thoughts. And we got a few more comments I'll read after clean, clean. But go ahead.
yeah, no, I mean, the final thoughts
Oh my God,
is
where did you find these two at? I'm sorry.
Okay, go
the
ahead, clean.
final the final thoughts is once again marriage and relationships, the whole purpose of it is not about happiness. It's about combining your resources so that you can build a family and live a better life than you would have on your own. So getting into a relationship of keeping certain things from your partner, it defeats the purpose of a relationship. And I think you better off just being by yourself and just dating versus actually getting into a relationship because you bound for divorce that way. I think that us as people, especially black people, I think it's a little sad where we've gotten as far as the way we look at life, love, relationships, and material things and money. I think that we lost our way a long time ago, and that's why no other race suffers in this department more than we do. I think that our children are growing up in the most broken households.
I think that our women are the most divorced and in debt. I think that our men are the most in debt and misguided. I think that we just lost our way. And I think that, I think people really need to take a look at self, look in the mirror, and really ask yourself what you looking for out of this life. Cause you ain't taking none of this shit with you when you die. Ain't none of this shit come. That Tesla not coming with you. That high rise apartment ain't coming with you. That jewelry ain't coming with you. None that lace front, whatever. Ain't none of it coming with you. So what are we really looking at? And are we gonna put our children before we put our happiness? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these homes are being broken not over abuse or infidelity, but just irreconciliations. That's the highest reason for divorce, is that people are generally choosing themselves over their family. So I think that the mentality is all wrong, thus the relationships are failing. So I think people need to really look at self and really look at what they're looking for out of this life and consider just being alone.
Tar,
That's it.
you ready to tell them? Because
Oh
clearly
my
they don't
God. I'm
know.
just like, I'm listening to all this about black women bash, white women bash their men just as much as it doesn't, it's not by color. My ex husband's a piece of crap. I haven't seen him since my daughter was in third grade and she's 29. So, I mean, there's so many issues that people try to separate based on black and white, and it's really not. Because, trust and believe, I've been in some deep conversations. White people do not live in a white picket fence in a perfect world just because we're white. Now, I'm not black, and I'm never going to know what black issues are like. But trust and believe, white people have their own issues as well. I should have gotten this conversation earlier because I got a lot
You
to say.
should have.
So
Yeah.
I think
Um.
I
Go
think
ahead.
that there is some confusion in that. I want to be clear. I never said that white people don't have issues. Y'all have a lot. So let me be the first to acknowledge that. I wasn't saying black when we talk about black issues, we're not saying black issues mean that white people don't have issues too. We're just really highlighting our issues, not to say that you guys don't have any. I work in DC. I deal with a lot of white people. So I see firsthand some of the issues, and because I grew up in an all black area, it was kind of shocking to me because then I got a little a little insight of into a white world, and I seen some of the issues and the similarities that we have. So I'm not saying that y'all don't have issues either. I guess we were just kind of singling out because we can speak. I can speak more about the issues in my community than I can in other communities. That's all.
I
Not
get
that
that,
y'all
but
don't have them.
what you said was, I think, well, maybe the topic is white women
Yeah.
don't make it a practice to call their men sorry or not being good fathers. You're crazy.
No, I think that TV, I
That
think that the depiction is really, they're really getting that from TV, right? And a lot of the housewives, or what do you call it, like Love and Hip Hop, so, I mean, what they call
Yeah.
reality TV shows, there are more depiction of black women doing that than white. Not that white women don't do it, but it's more prevalent in our community. So that is a fact. Now that's just, that's just what they love to show how that's just how they represent us on TV. They love that. That's how black people argue and do different stuff on TV and yell and scream
Well, I
and
think
say
I
all
think
our
we
men
ch-
ain't
we
shit.
champion it. We champion it more. I think
I agree.
like
I
we make heroes out of people that leave their families and do it on their own, and we make it seem like they're stronger and they're living in their truth and all that other shit.
but I
Well,
think
I don't think black men are any different than white men and not providing for their families. Like it's there's plenty of crappy white men as same as black men. Period. Some issues I just don't feel are racially motivated.
okay. I thank you, Tar. Hold on. Baby Rock said final thought. Speaking openly about our shortcomings isn't cool. Let's keep it in house and fix us. We don't always need to be the example of a hashtag. Tasha said, FA, don't get it twisted. I always appreciate your contribution, but you really be on one. Like I said, it's all good. I'm sorry you're on here, so I don't need to read these. Baby Brock said, not saying it's the women's fault. He's saying that they always have options and can choose better. Kick the sorry ninja to the curb. I don't, because then Rashad, welcome to the chat, Rashad. Been a minute. Rashad said final thoughts. Most, not all of the points that y'all are making screams competition, and I don't want to make this into a competition thing. Going back to Baby Barack's comment, because I could say the same thing about you guys and picking the women that you guys choose. I mean, I'm just saying it could go both ways. And Mama said Tara right, and Mama said Efe, you call women hoes. Shaking my head. Why? Mama
Oh
said
my God.
a
Just
relationship.
remember the context of how I be using that. Okay.
Mama said a relationship should be about happiness, boy, bye. Unfortunately, Mama, for men, it's not. I've heard them say this on numerous occasions that happiness is not. Yeah, but we'll talk about that again. They'd be right.
How do you think why is happiness such a thing? You know how impossible it is to keep a complex human being happy on a daily basis for the rest of your life?
I think happiness is
You
important,
can't do it.
and I don't know if it's a top priority for men. Because I mean, the things that I've seen and men when they talk about their happiness, they say they have so much stuff going on. You know, how can they truly be happy? You know, so
What do you think is more important, happiness or family and honor?
damn.
Happiness.
Yeah,
Happiness.
I'm a
If you're
woman,
not happy,
so
how's your family going to be happy? There ain't
right.
no keeping it together for the children. Life is too short. I'm 53 years old. You know what? And I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. And accountability is one of them that I had to learn the hard way. You're accountable for your own choices, each and every one of us. You can't blame everybody. You can't blame your family. Can't blame your parents. And ultimately, if you're not happy, how's everybody else going to be happy? You got to love yourself enough not to accept disrespect. Life's too short.
I like it.
Yeah, but life is also complex. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is like the reason why I say duty and honor and family is the most important thing is because once you and another person reproduce and have a child, that child comes before both of y'all happiness. And if the
Disagree.
best and if the best thing for that child is to grow up in a two-family household and have consistency and stability, then just because you ain't attracted to him no more, or he think you didn't gain weight and he don't want you no more, or whatever, that's not viable enough of a reason for y'all to break that home and break that child. Two,
Let's, let's say me going to work, no, bringing me unhappiness. Should I quit? Because
yeah,
my happiness is most
exactly.
important. Should I quit?
You,
Because this job is causing me pain and I'm not happy. And based on what
yeah.
you saying is, if I'm not happy, I can't be a good parent or I'm bringing how the kids going to be happy. Well, I'm telling you, I can't be happy. I'm tired of going to work. I'm unhappy. Should I quit? Should I quit my
No,
job?
find another
I go to
job.
work,
No, no, no.
16 hours a day and then come home and spend my money on other people. You think that make me happy?
But that's responsibility. Responsibility comes whether you're together or apart. You got to be responsible. You bring a kid in this world, you don't just ditch it and go have
You
six
see,
more.
so it's not about happiness then.
It is
That's
about
what duty.
happiness.
Exactly.
No, that's
It
what
don't make
duty
you happy
is.
to provide for your family. That should make you happy going to work to
No,
make
not all the
money.
time. Not all
So
the
it's
time.
supposed to make
That's
me
life.
happy. It's supposed to make me happy to provide for my family,
Oh
but
no, no, that's a great.
it's not
That's a
supposed to make you happy to
right.
keep your family together.
How about that? It don't make you
Gemini,
happy for
guys.
you to cook and clean and take care of your house. That don't make you happy.
Hell no, because I
Yeah. I wish I could.
Oh, so
I got to do it
oh,
all
look
though.
at
See,
that,
I got to cook.
D.
I got to clean. I'm at work right now on my couch. I'm making money right now as
hell,
I'm on this
But
live.
but
I'm
it
gonna
does. Hold
answer
on. So
that
you say it
question.
does make you happy, right?
Hell to the no. I hate.
Clean house makes
I
me
hate.
happy. Be able to cook makes me. I'm not going to be a stay-at-home wife because that's not
Oh
what I was
wow.
born to do.
Oh
I
my God. And y'all
hate.
brought a white. You're a white woman, right?
Well, I'm
Is
white-ish.
that-
White-ish. I'm
Okay,
light
well,
skinned.
white is right.
I'm
Right
light
is. Now watch
skinned.
this. Now, light skin. Okay, whatever. That's fine with me. But you're proving a point right now.
Which is
You
what?
are proving a point right now, and
Bring
all
it.
of the listeners are seeing it. It's not
No, they're not,
coincidence.
Evan.
No, it's not a coincidence that you're saying, yes, I work and I enjoy
Gonna get
cleaning my
pancakes.
house to have a clean house. I enjoy cooking.
Why
So
did
my
you
family and
waffle?
I can eat.
Can't find
You
it,
don't have,
man.
that brings you happiness. And Dee is the first one saying, no, that doesn't bring you happy. That doesn't bring her happiness. She's just speaking for women in general, right? That would that be the discussion that we were saying. It's really ironic that you're saying it does bring you happiness and Didi is saying that it doesn't bring her happiness.
But FA, there are some women who like to cook and clean. I'm just not one of them women.
No, I mean,
Now,
no, I don't like to cook and clean. It makes me happy to cook. It makes me happy to have a clean house. Nobody else is going to do it for me. I'm not paying
exactly.
somebody to do things
So
I
that's
can do
fine.
myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on. You agreeing with her, but yeah, you on both sides of the fence now, Didi. See, it's like, hold on now.
Facts.
Listen,
Oh
I
my
do
goodness.
not like cooking or cleaning, but I'm like you, FA. At the end of the day, I got it. Got to get done, right? You got to go to work.
And you know what
Bills
that's
got to be
called?
paid.
And you know what that's called? Is what my brother just said. It's called duty. It's called and
Yes.
what my my lighter what you call yourself whitish sister just said. It's called responsibility.
Yeah.
See
Yep.
how happiness had nothing to do with neither one of those things?
But
You
Happiness
see
don't
okay,
how
so
even
are you
happiness
gonna
don't
are you
even
gonna
go with that
I'm
stuff.
okay? So if I'm a female, my husband's beating my ass. I'm not
right.
But why
saying.
you gonna go to the extreme? I'm not talking about that.
Well,
I
Well,
Yeah,
think
I'm
I
just
yeah.
think
talking
So
about
no,
hold on.
I
that's a
think I
scenario.
think
That's
I
a real
think
scenario that
no
women
no
live
no no
with,
no no.
or
I
men.
no
Maybe
no.
some man's getting his ass whooped. You gonna stay and let her
Yeah.
do it? You gonna get out the
Yeah, no,
house?
no. Anybody that's dealing with abuse should get out. But
Okay.
I'm not talking about the extreme. I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about just irreconcilable difference. Just you don't make me happy no more. I'm tired of your ass and I
But
want a
that's
divorce.
rare in this world to find. It's rare to find them people who are gonna lay down with you in the ditch if that's where you're living.
Yeah.
I'm that person. But
but that's supposed to be your wife. That's what thick
Exactly.
and thin and better. What did it say? Better or
Till
worse?
death do us
That's what
part.
you vowed to do.
That's
And
because
you
men
and I agree with you.
out there.
I'm glad you said it. It's rare to find. You're 100% right.
it's
Because they'll get
rare.
rid of your ass as soon as that bad time comes. You're right. I just want y'all to call her bitter too. Can y'all get on here and call her
Woo!
bitter too?
Oh
I ain't
my
bitter.
Because
God.
she's saying the same thing I'm saying.
She said it nicely though. No, just joking.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm very
Oh,
content.
okay.
I've been through
Wow.
some ish, and I
Hold on,
am
let me
content in
finish
my
reading
life.
these comments because we really have been on here 2 hours kicking shit. Hold on. Rashad came back to the chat but didn't jump on. Did I read his thing? Okay, I read his thing already. Baby Rock said, like Rick James told Eddie, they should have never gave all you ninjas money. We had way more love, honor, and respect for each other when we
Yep.
all broke. You might have a
Yep.
Actually
point.
agree with that.
Facts. That's
I
facts.
agree with that.
And Rashad said, everyone loves to watch Black dysfunction. And City
Yeah,
the
they
Great
love it.
said, peace. Ah, he said he had to, he seen you live, Tara, and had to stop and show you some love. He's in the studio working. What up, though? And
Hey,
Said,
Rashad.
Gemini said, OMG, happiness is crazy. And Mama said, happiness is not that hard. And Gemini said, men, and I like this, Gemini. I like this. Men will sacrifice happiness for his family. Women
That's
will leave
right.
their family because it's not, if she's not happy. And he doesn't have a
Yep.
point.
100%.
He has
It's
a
a
point.
fact.
100%. No, no, no. Call him bitter too.
No,
I'm
no.
trying
Yep.
to figure
Because,
out
no, no,
what am
no.
I
No,
saying that's
no.
different.
No. You didn't say it like that. You didn't say it like that.
No, no, no. I'm saying no, no, no. Okay, well, that's fine.
You didn't say it like that. But he has a point.
I
Because
do.
that's
I
what
would rather say it more hardcore than I don't want to say it nice no more.
well, I
I
don't
don't
want
want
you
to say
to
it nice
because
no more. I want to say I
I
want
want
to
you to
say it.
how you've been saying it because it's going to resonate
Yeah,
with somebody. But Gemini, I saw a podcast and a man said exactly the same thing you said. A man will sacrifice happiness for his family. He said the same thing you said. So that's when we brought up this topic, and we might have to spin the block on this topic again.
Look,
With
women will too. Women will too. I sacrifice my happiness.
my mama
no,
sacrificed her happiness.
You
no,
know.
no. It's not that women don't, because women do sacrifice their happiness as well. What we're saying is too little of you guys sacrifice your happiness. See, the majority of women will not sacrifice their happiness. See, you're what you call a good woman. The woman that's good does sacrifice their happiness. And often, how about this? Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. I'm not big fans of them, but let's just go with
Me
it.
either.
Michelle Obama said She been married for 30 years, and out of that 30 years, 10 years she was
Yep.
unhappy.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is she would have never made it to 30 years if she would have left during that 10-year period. Well, so yes, there are women that understand the marriage and everything ain't all about being happiness. And guess what? She said, I'm so happy that I did not leave when I was unhappy. Because I would have never, I'm so grateful to be in this marriage I am today, 30 years later. If I would have been impulsive and left during the 10 years of unhappiness, I would have severely regretted it. This is
And
what
that
she said.
and look, Barack Obama is one of the
The
greatest
president.
men of all time, and his woman's
And she
still
unhappy.
unhappy. How we got a chance?
You see what I'm
We
saying?
this dude's literally one of the greatest men in history, and his girl's still unhappy. Like, I
Oh my
mean,
God, be quiet.
I'm just saying, bro.
Rashad said happiness is achievable because it comes and is unachievable because it comes and goes. And it's
Right.
an expectation that men are to sacrifice their happiness. I guess we're going to have to bring this topic up again about happiness when it comes to men and women. And Mama said she did. She sacrificed her happiness, and she said she's not bashing. All right, my final thoughts are baby, we've been all over the damn place today. What are my final thoughts? Um, I'm for real for a loss of word because we've touched so many things, but I do hate to hear I baby Brock, I don't want you to think it's just sisters that only bash men because like Tara so elegantly explained, it's all races of women. They may not be just as vocal as black women when it comes to, and again, I don't want to make it into a competition thing like Rashad said, but I think it comes from both sides. I think we all, each one of
I
us,
think I think that's what matters though.
I think we all need to do a better job. Period. The end. Men and women.
In
When
a
it
perfect
comes,
world. In a perfect world.
I, I think men need to become better leaders and I think women need to become better followers.
No. No.
That's what I
No.
believe.
No, sir.
Yo,
We're
that's
gonna be teammates. Teammates.
no.
I'm not about that. I
I
want a
think that really
submissive
sums it
woman.
up.
We could
Damn.
you could be
I think that
teammates,
pretty
but
much
somebody
sums it up.
gotta
Mm.
you could
I
be
might not be the
teammates,
leader.
but somebody gotta be Kobe.
You don't want your man to be the leader of you?
Nope.
No, hell no. I want to be a teammate. I have an education. I'm smart. I don't need nobody leading me. I'm 53
No.
years old.
Yeah,
see,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah. Okay. Oh, okay.
Gemini said,
I don't
see,
need a
that's
leader.
why. See, Gemini said, see, that's why. And Rashad
I
said,
need a teammate.
why is anybody bashing anybody? And he has a point because, especially in this day and age, with all this shit we got going on in this world, with this crazy ass man that's in office chair, don't nobody need to be bashing nothing. We need to be all coming together. You saw what they did in Chicago, right? For that lady who got beat up. If they can do that for her, imagine what we really can do. Imagine what our power could be.
What they do for her?
Well,
Right.
they all came together. I don't know how true this is, but I heard allegedly they brought her a house. They've got the kids in new school districts. What else did they do? They brought her a car.
Yeah.
I
Um,
hadn't heard that.
I'm not
Lock
That's
the
that's just
parents
up the
up.
road for me because I'm in Illinois.
right.
Lock the
The lady
parents
who
up.
got beat up, right, from with the by them students. But it was. I'm not even talking about the things that they brought because that's monetary things. I'm talking about how we came together as a black community. The unity. That's what I want to see between
Oh
us.
boy, don't nobody care. The black community was the ones that was jumping on that lady. So what would I care? I mean, who else was supposed to come together? We the only ones involved.
I mean, white
They
folks
the
have.
ones that was jumping up, and them little badass kids. If you go to all their little hood baby mamas, they will all say they good mamas. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you all of their mamas would be in these conversations, like in this general conversation on this live, and would have been talking about how good of a mama they are. But even though they produce
Oh
these
well,
little
no,
badass little
you're
kids
right
running
because
around beating up on people.
no, you're right.
But they
Um,
good moms though.
two of the moms didn't take accountability. One of the moms had the daughter on the live, and she looked like she was snickering and smirking about beating the lady up. And then one of the mothers posted talking about she ain't issuing no apology. It is what it is. Her kid is an A and B student. She's the captain of the cheerleading squad. She's this, she's that.
And
So
she
they
a good
ain't issuing
mom.
no apologies.
And that's a good mom, right? And that's a good mom,
No,
right?
I think
Maybe,
that. No,
maybe she's not
Oh
a nice
God.
girl. Just because she's all that stuff and accomplished doesn't make her nice.
No, he
I
was
mean
saying
that
that
she's
makes her
not
a
a
good
good
mom.
mom.
Yeah, that don't make her a good mom. No,
Her
you're
Right.
mother is a
Right.
horrible mother.
yeah, you're teaching your daughter that it's okay. That is not okay to be going and beating up grown people. But anyway, that we
Couldn't have
talking
been my mother. 'Cause I've been hitting them kids like, boy, it couldn't have been my mother.
couldn't have been mine either. I'm with you.
They the guy to wore them
Hey,
kids out.
couldn't have been mine either. All right, Rashad, I tried to let you on. I don't know what happened, but thank you guys. These Discussions with Didi Parker. This will be posted to YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, hit it. Twitch, appreciate you. IG, always. The love is always real. We'll do this. I don't know what
Always.
I don't know what kind of schedule you guys are on, but we'll go up to Wednesday, and then I'll let you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving with the fam. And we won't do anything Thursday and Friday. I gotta work. Yeah. But
Sound good.
if you hop on here tomorrow or Wednesday, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, be safe. If you have any family or friends that have lost a loved one during the holiday season, make sure you check on your folks because everybody is not okay during the holidays. Some folks is going through it, so check on your peeps. And that's my final. Check on your folks.
Facts.
Sorry, you have a final thought? You join the chat?
I just want everybody to love each other. I wish everybody was about helping each other out. Period. You know, we all are in this life together. We are all of the human race. We all need to help each other. I do. I mean, I think I'm the exception to the white people. I'm just gonna say it.
I
If
think
y'all
that's
knew me, if
beautiful.
y'all knew me, you would love me. I promise.
We need
But
more white
I
people like
actually
you.
believe you. You sound
I
like a
mean,
nice
if
person.
you knew me, you would love me too. Because I'm just, I don't go for that racist shit. I don't.
I
And I'm
believe
down. If
you.
you're my friend, I'd do anything for you.
But I think we need to make it clear, though. I agree with everything you just said. We need to love each other. But I think that for me to love you, I have to be honest with you. For me to be honest with you, it's going to be uncomfortable for you. See what
Nah,
I'm saying? That's all. That's it. So
I
for
ain't
me
got
to
a
be,
problem with it.
for me to
I
love you,
love
I got to tell
honesty.
you, no, no, not you. I'm just saying in general.
Oh
Well,
yeah, of
if we're going
course.
to all love each other, then I got to be honest with you. And when I got to say this is wrong or this is toxic or this ain't right and you don't like it, yeah, I'm saying this because I love you. Because
That's right.
I could just lie, just keep on. We love that you guys sleep with as many people as you want. Remember we had that body count thing? Remember we talk about that? That benefit us. That don't benefit.
Facts.
It don't benefit the men. Are not the men are not on here wanting women to develop standards. That is not what the men want. Okay, women
Facts.
men want you to keep your standards low.
Facts.
So
All right,
okay,
baby
all
rock.
right,
We all need love, and Mama said, "LOL." There are some good white people.
100%. I
All right,
agree.
y'all.
I think I just met another one. All
Okay.
right, bye bye.
Didn't I tell you that day Tara's the one I'd be on the phone would be like, and this ninja. And oh damn, Tara, I'm sorry. I'd be forgetting
No,
stuff.
you're good. And I'd be like, bitch, I cuss too. You say whatever you want. I mean, I don't even
Yeah.
hang out with white people. I think I got like two white friends. I don't talk to
No,
anybody here in this all white town. I come to Atlanta or go to the East
Yeah.
mama,
Coast.
See
mama,
this.
I love you too,
There you
and I
go.
don't never take it personal. I love all of the jokes and criticism, and I even like the gangster shit that y'all say. I'm okay with it. I
Yeah.
promise y'all, I got tough skin, and I'm built for it. But I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say what I'm always gonna say for
I,
sure.
I swear y'all make the show. You and Mama are too funny. But thank you, Clean Clean. Thank you, Update. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate y'all. We'll do it again tomorrow at 2
Shout
o'clock.
out,
All
Bye.
right,
baby.
y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
Nah.